VTubers. These look weird. I mean, they're all weird. Way more like 3D than this.
So a VTuber then.
VTuber.
Most of them are hot anime women, but there's a lot of other different ones where it's like, you know, a full character where it's like arms and not the...
Yeah, same concept. Not this fucking... I don't want to have searched this up on my goddamn... Goddamn.
Sean, search lemonparty.com. You won't regret it. VTubers are more 3D, yeah.
Change the goddamn Google profile at work. God damn it.
So while Sean's looking up hot VTube porn of some of his favorite VTubers, I'll kind of go over a little bit of the rules. Basically, what we're gonna do is
let me finish my goddamn joke.
Oh my God, no.
I was gonna say those things. I want a talking avatar, but I want it of Chris Pratt, dressed like he is in my thing on Discord.
But we're gonna cut. It's gonna be the same PNG of him, and we're gonna cut it off right where his mouth is open and make it talk like a South Park Canadian guy. Boom. Put it on lock. Easy.
Oh, I like that.
And the first thing you have to do is sing Uncle Fucker to prove that you're for real.
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. All Canadians can do the Canadian voice pretty good.
it's pretty true. Hey, I had that song stuck in my head today because I watched that movie. I watched that movie a bit ago. All right. Anyways, Sean, are you done with your super funny and enjoyable bit?
Yeah, dude. I thought it was pretty good.
You
weren't expecting me to say Chris Pratt.
No, I was not. I was like, oh man, he's gonna be like, I love Chrom from Fire Emblem. Anyways, we're gonna cut this list down to 40 people, and there's gonna be some hot, steamy debates. We're gonna obviously chat. Feel free to chime in whenever you guys want.
Why
we're gonna
40? Because Dean arbitrarily asked me that today.
We could do half, but there's gonna be a lot more Echo
60?
Fighters.
Why not 30? Dean's like 40, 84 to 40 because Dean. But what's the concept? Because on Snap, you're also kind of talking like, is this for a more modern Smash Bros, or is this just the ideal roster?
I think here's the idea. This is we're making a new Smash game, and here's the deal: we got to make room for some other new fighters, and we got to cut it. This list, no repeats, has to be cut down to 40 fighters, and that means 40 people exactly. Pokemon Trainer's gonna count as 3.
Damn, dude, the COVID layoffs fucking hitting Smash Bros.
We're gonna lay some people. Some of these families, Toon Link's family is gonna be fucking starving because he's getting axed 100%. But it's gonna be interesting as we get down the list. What I kind of want to do is we'll go down the list, each one. We'll say, hey, we should keep them or not keep them. Some of them will be automatic. Some of them will have debates over. But if one of us feels really strongly about one of them, we'll just leave it for now, and then we'll come back to it. Because I'm sure we're going to have to do more cuts after the first go-around. So I think that might be the best way to do it.
This is supposed to be like the best representation of Nintendo as a whole.
This is supposed to be the best. I guess you could treat it however you'd want, but I think it'd be better to make it as... This is Nintendo's game, but this is also Smash Bros. So, like, you could make an argument, just for example, that, like, Cloud is one of the best representations of JRPG, like, people out there, so he should stay because he's such a big name in gaming, but also he's not a Nintendo character. So, depending on how you want to do the argument, and then do the argument towards that, I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay, so it can kind of be like for whatever reason you think they deserve.
Yeah, I think that there's could be
if they're a really good
either
fighter.
way.
Or,
yeah, they could be a good fighter because you were talking before about like Fox and Captain Falcon, and we were going a bit before that, and I think that those will be really good arguments. I think some of them again will be really obvious of who we should just immediately cut. Like these guys aren't going to make the 40, and then we'll go back through and be like, this guy. I don't want to cut this guy, but we gotta, you know.
I'm kind of thinking that we do both. I'm thinking that we pick the ones that are definitely in the 40 first.
No, I think we should cut people instead of pick who's good. I think that'll be easy.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Just because it'll also be easier for me to just cross them out on the list, by the way. Sorry.
Okay, well, the first one, the very first one that I think is going to be an automatic yes is Pichu.
See, that's what I mean. Like, we'll kind of go down the list and we'll get to that, and we'll both just be like, "Get that fucker out of here, bud." Like, I think that'll be the right one. So we'll just kind of go from rows and then go down to columns.
I'm good with chat chiming in for sure.
Oh yeah. First cut Dark Samus. Oh, we'll fucking get the Dark Samus.
I almost feel like I should grab my webcam.
I mean, I was gonna say if you did, I definitely capture it. But this is a good. I think this is a good start to kind of some of our ideas. I just had the idea. I watched a video that was very similar to this, and I was like, this would be like a perfect stream bit for us. So.
Oh, I also just noticed you've got a Christmas tree up behind.
I do. Is it on? Oh, it is on. Look at that. I'm Emba. Hold on. Where's my full cam? Well, eat my penis and call me I haven't put anything on. I've been very bare bones so far with most of my living room decorations are up, but yeah, I got a little Christmas tree. My mom got it for me because she's fucking cool.
I'm officially having a sad boy Christmas this year and not putting up a tree in my place because I'm going home for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going home for Christmas where there's a full over-the-top setup, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna go with that energy. I don't feel like taking it down when I come back, so not gonna do it.
Apparently,
so how do you
in Windows 11 has dark mode, so I can't. I don't have Windows 11 because it's homosexual. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
You haven't done the upgrade? You just decline it every time it comes up?
No, my computer's old enough where the board doesn't take it, actually.
Oh.
Which is kind of fine, but either way.
Thank you for making me, for the first time ever, probably, feel not like an old man that I refuse to upgrade to Windows 11. Because I keep getting, like, the free upgrade, but I'm just like, no, it's gonna fuck with, like, some audio setting in Audition or some... It's gonna make some driver not work somewhere, and that's not old man paranoia. That's complete accuracy because none of my stuff is like built up properly. It's all pirated plugins through other.
Yeah, I was gonna say even if I did have the availability to do it, I don't think I would upgrade just until I get my new setup, which is hopefully gonna be soon, by the way. But yeah, I don't think with this setup it's a wise idea for me to upgrade. There's so many like files and stuff that would get corrupted if I did that. Gotta be honest, the way you have to menu to get the sound menu is ass in 11. Really? Is there like a quick, key thing for it? I don't know if they changed any of the key things. Anyways, I think we should just get started, John. We're gonna cut Mario, right? Fuck that guy.
We are. I was serious. I was starting with that. Cut Pichu.
No, we're gonna go down the list. Did you hear anything I said? You agreed to it.
Oh, sorry. I missed the go down the list part. Sorry, my bad. I thought you said
we're gonna start at Mario and then end at Me Gunner, and then we're gonna say say which one is which. We're cutting Mario.
No,
yes?
sorry. I did miss that part. I heard cut instead of. Yeah, I heard cut instead of like put the ones in that we're gonna keep, and I immediately just started hunting for people I wanted to cut and ignored everything else that you had to say.
This Mario guy, eat my ass.
Going in order makes no sense because then we don't.
No, but like we're gonna get to some of them that are gonna be obvious and some of them are not. It is a better way to do it. Why would you want to skip around the list? It's not arbitrary. You're saying it's arbitrary by picking random ones. I'm saying this is more statutory.
This is gonna be good because we haven't even got into the fucking fighters yet.
Sean doesn't even listen, and he's like, why would we go in order and have some sort of like reason or whatever? Fucking like Mario stays obviously.
We're gonna have to
jump.
We're gonna have to jump around.
We're not going to have to jump around only until after we get through the list, and then it'll be smaller.
We could do a round robin instead. Just whoever everybody's beside, they have.
Yes, we're also gonna cut Robin too, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Anyways,
between Mario and Donkey Kong, who gets cut?
I mean, between the two, honestly, Donkey Kong would get cut, but I think both of them right now stay. Mario's obviously Mario. Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong. Link is Link. I think that all three of them. I will say that I think that Link. I wish that they would make Link more modern. I know he's Breath of the Wild Link, but Breath of the Wild Link still feels too similar to the other two main Links in the game. I think it's kind of silly that like they didn't give Breath of the Wild Link.
If you got rid of the other two, he's fine. If you got rid of the other two, he'd be fine. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that we'll get rid of those as well. But like Toon Link, Young Link, and regular Link all have the same like I forget what it's called, like hero slash for the up B. Like it's all like the little twirly thing. They could have given Link like a paraglider.
I don't like this argument in the context of this competition because it's got nothing to do. Link's already in. He's a hard in.
No, I know. I'm not arguing to cut Link. I'm just saying that like the other Links are probably going to get cut because this Link
fanboying over Link for no reason.
It's called a debate. Okay.
What debate? He already won. He's in.
Okay, then just say that then. Jesus, you're terrible at this. Samus, obviously Samus stays in. Metroid, main Nintendo series.
You're not even. You son of a bitch. God damn it.
You. To be fair, you were the one who said to move on. Samus stays. I know that like Metroid's kind of fallen on the wayside.
Wondering why you were talking about Link's moveset. Some characters' moveset will be good if it's about why they would go. But honestly, between Link, Young Link, and Toon Link, there's no way any of the other of them get selected. Young Link and Toon Link are only from one game each, no? And
Toon Link
Link's
is in like 5 or 6
Young
different
Link is
games,
from half a
actually.
game. Okay, but like actual main ones that there's
so 3.
star
And
of.
Young Link's literally only in Ocarina, whereas Link
What
is
are the
just
three
like
what are the three that Toon Link is?
Wind Waker. I mean, okay, technically 4 because I technically counting Minish Cap. So Minish Cap, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, and Wind Waker.
Hourglass and fucking.
They're both full Zelda games.
Yeah, but Phantom Hourglass doesn't have fucking. Oh, sorry, I was mixing up Phantom Hourglass with. What's the one for
Twilight Princess?
Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was mixing. I would definitely. They both sound like ethereal enough. I was mixing them up. Yeah. No, that's my bad. That's my bad.
No, it's fine. Yeah, Toon Link's actually been in a lot more games. There's also a bunch of side games like Triforce Heroes and Four Swords Adventures. I think Toon Link is iconic, but what I was trying to say before, which I agree with you
Those
with,
ones I
is
wasn't
that
counting.
Link and Toon Link are too similar to keep them as far as movesets. If they wanted to make Toon Link like a completely different moveset.
Other game that Toon Link is in?
What? Toon Link is in Wind Waker, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, and Minish Cap. Those are the main ones anyways. You could also make the argument that Toon Link is in Link's Awakening too, but I don't think that really counts.
Just looking up the games just to see if you were bullshitting or not.
I'm not-
It's like,
not
no, this
bullshitting.
is literally the exact same Link from fucking Wind Waker.
Yep.
Is that on purpose? Is that like addressed? Or is it just
yes.
like,
The one from Phantom Hourglass is literally the same one. Like, it's actually the same character.
That looked like it was just like a sequel.
The one from Spirit Tracks is like one that's way down the line. That's actually when the water from Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass starts receding and the land starts coming back, and that's when they implement like the train thing. It's kind of neat.
Oh.
I don't really like Spirit Tracks that much, but it's pretty cool. There's like a whole shipbuilding thing where you can like build your ships / trains, and it's very Wind Wakery. I would highly.
They literally, Pat has so much power. Even though he wasn't the CEO of the railway at the time, he literally made them make a fucking railway Zelda game. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, and there's this
doesn't
cool
really
like
work.
character
It
that you
almost
go
worked.
with in that game called Linebeck, and he's a pretty funny little guy. I think they're pretty underrated. People don't like Phantom Hourglass a lot because there's this like main dungeon that as you progress in the game you get to go farther down in, but I actually kind of like that. It's kind of unique. Anyways, what we're saying is that Link stays. Obviously, it's Link. We'll get to the other ones.
I just didn't know that fucking Toon Link was just so beefy. I thought he was just in like a couple of games. Anyway, but yeah, obviously, regardless, as you're saying, it doesn't change his. This is funny because I get to see your reactions when I cut you off.
No, I just think that like Toon Link is not different enough, and I think that's reasonable. If they were to change his moveset up enough, I think that he could make a standalone character, but right now he's literally
Not
too
if we're cutting it
similar.
down to 40.
So
Also,
I'll
we can
actually
bring
just do it
people-
right now. Let's just like cut Young Link and Toon Link out if we're in agreement with that. I think that's fair.
Well, hold on. Should we go back to Mario then and do like all the main Mario characters if we're going to be doing comparisons as we go?
I think we'll get to that. Just because Link, I don't think Mario, like I think the Luigi is similar to Mario and Dr. Like again, we'll kind of get to that. Fine, we'll just keep doing it arbitrarily, as you said.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to have too much of a structure. I like doing get rid of Link and Toon Link though, because we can always take it back later. I like doing that. I would say do that.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're just like too similar. I think the Mario one's different enough because there's enough Mario characters. But yeah, I think Young Link and Toon Link unfortunately get the cut. Toon Link is the one I'd consider keeping out of the 3. The only reason Young Link is even in the game is because like everyone was back for Ultimate, right? Otherwise they wouldn't be able to bring everyone back.
Young Link makes no sense that he was in any of the games. Like
I think it's just kind of weird because his moveset, he does have the best taunt in the game. The fucking milk drinking taunt for Young Link and Melee is so fucking
got cool
good.
moves. I'm not talking about him like as like none of these characters are bad. It's just like it's weird that some of them as the character are in the game.
I
All
think
the
it's
Links
weird that
play
like
different.
Young Link and
Toon
other
Link
characters,
is my favorite to play
they're
by
not
far.
Echo Fighters either. Like there
I
is the
hate
Echo
Link.
Fighters. Go ahead.
I hate playing as normal Link.
That's fair.
I despise playing as Young Link, and then I like playing
reaches
with
too
Toon
short. Yeah, I like Toon
Young
Link
Link
a
is
lot
just
actually.
like trash.
But
Yeah, Toon Link's great. He's so
again,
different.
they're not different enough, which is
And
unfortunate.
his explosions have like a cool smoky cartoon effect.
But yeah, from
Plus,
the 3,
Wind Waker's just such a banging game.
it is a
hard to
banging
not
game.
like.
I would say let's keep the 3. Give Link a new up B where it's the paraglider. instead of the thing, and maybe we can bring back Toon Link. All right, Samus. Thoughts on Samus? We probably got to keep Samus, right?
Obviously, keep Samus.
I think that Samus is like, I don't know. I think that you could almost make an argument before Metroid Dread came out that there wasn't enough like relevant Metroid stuff.
No,
to
I
keep
disagree.
in, but
I think
if
that
it was
Samus
will always be like in the front run.
I think if it was just, I don't even want to fucking say this out loud. I think if it was just platforming Samus, or if it was just Metroid Prime stuff, then you could say it wouldn't be included. But with both of them combined, it's got to go because it's such a fucking set. Metroid was on the Nintendo, man, and the original Game Boy. So for character, it's also like.
Also, Samus was an original Smash Bros. Character. We'll kind of get to that part of it as we go. But,
Samus is just so iconic too. Also, like one of the most iconic female video game characters.
Yeah, I think as far as like a legacy character, you kind of gotta keep Samus in regardless.
And
even
if
there wasn't stuff.
There's no way I'm cutting Samus. I don't even like Samus as a character. I hate playing Samus in this game. Spencer plays fucking Samus. I despise it. But
we can just go ahead and cross Dark Samus out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Dark Samus is the dumbest fucking character. Dark Samus is kind of like
Dark Samus is really cool in the context of the game, but Dark Samus was literally only in one game, which was Prime Echoes. And I like, well, technically, but yeah, still, just pretty much one game. And I like the idea of keeping the main character of the series and then the villain of the series just to keep the dichotomy going. But like Dark Samus ain't gonna cut it, bro. All right.
What about Zero Suit Samus?
I don't know. I don't know, Sean. That's down the. Oh, someone said it in the chat. Sorry.
No, I think this is fine. They're the same version of the exact same character.
It's funny because in like Brawl, Zero Suit was after you used Smash Ball with Samus, right? And then in Ultimate, it was made into an own character. So it's kind of interesting to see like that be its own character. I really like Zero Suit Samus, but honestly, I think we could cut Zero Suit.
Obviously. Obviously.
Okay, Mr. Obviously. You want to give a reason for your obviously, or you just want to be pedantic?
Because it's Metroid. Like, it's iconic and deserves to be in the game, but not more than once.
Okay, well, that's reasonable. All right, yeah, we can go ahead and cut that.
I'm being harsh on my first round. We can always bring them back in. It's not like they're, like, getting killed.
No, this is it. You've murdered these characters. Toon Link, dude, you fucking put him up on a cross and burned him. Dark Samus should be a skin and nothing more. They should make a skin of Dark Samus. I think that would be kind of, because it is a very similar thing. Like you can be like almost like Gravity.
Very similar.
Samus,
they're the exact same character.
I mean, technically speaking, yes, they kind of are the same character. Yoshi is a hard in. Do you think so? You think Yoshi's a hard... I don't hate Yoshi. Do you think that he's gonna make the final? I know. I'm just saying, like, do you think he's gonna make the final 40? Because we can't just have all Mario characters. We're gonna get down the line and we're gonna have like 5 Mario characters to cut at the end. I think for now Yoshi stays just because he is like Mario's iconic buddy. I am gonna agree, ironically enough, that I think that we'll get down the list here, but I think Luigi gets cut, but Yoshi stays.
I would say Yoshi gets like a gun pointed at him, but not shot.
I think he's like, if we have to come back, he's on the chopping block of like first one of the ones to go if we need it. But I think for now he stays. He's iconic enough. He's got his own game series on the modern consoles as well. He has like his
but the
own
only
games.
one worth a damn is the Super Nintendo one. Like, and it's always the one on the Super Nintendo.
The 64 one's pretty good, actually.
Now it's a weird game. You know that's a weird game.
It is a weird game. I didn't say it wasn't.
I don't know, man. That game alone might make me get him out of there for his weird fucking collect this certain kind of fruit. Oh, like, I don't know, it's some weird shit.
All right, then we're axing Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong 64 is exactly like that. Anyways, Kirby. We're not axing Kirby.
You know you can't axe Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong might be like more iconic than Mario.
I don't agree with that, but we're not axing. We're not gonna axe Donkey Kong. There's no way. They should change up his moveset because his moveset feels like it was originated in like the 90s because it was.
Go fuck yourself. Smash Ultimate Donkey Kong is the best. Don't fuck with my mains. He's perfect. Leave him alone.
Okay, you're angry that I want to make your favorite character better?
He's perfect as is. Don't mess with it. It's fine. He's awesome. What's your
Okay,
problem?
I'll make him. We should make him worse then, so it's harder for you to play. Anyways, Kirby. We're not axing Kirby. First of all, it's Sakurai's game. We're not gonna kill Kirby. Kirby is. I would argue that Kirby's more iconic than Yoshi, by a long shot. Kirby's an extremely popular character. He's also got.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't think that there's a reason why we would want to cut Kirby. We're gonna get to a point where we're gonna have a lot of extra characters, but I think that's good.
Kirby's also kind of got like original game immunity.
I think that's fair too, because Kirby was in the original game, and also
Yoshi kind of does too.
Kirby's just like it's fucking Kirby, dude. Like it's.
Yoshi was in Smash 64 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Fox, I would like to almost make an argument to maybe cut Fox at some point, but I think for now he stays.
It's weird. The number that you've given us makes it so that like we don't have to cut this down to like only the cream of the crop. I mean, we could kind of do like a 30 and a 20 after, but
yeah,
right now 40 is like a lot of fucking things, and there's a lot of things I want to fucking cut. Like I've literally got like so many where it's gonna be like cut, get the fuck out of here,
and that'll be where the arguments come in.
Get Min out of my fucking game. Like,
I mean, I think that's fair, but yeah. Fox, keep or cut him for Crystal. Yeah, cut him for Crystal. Yeah, make a Crystal skin.
Is Fox really that? Like, Fox is kind of iconic almost because of Smash Bros.
That's kind of what I was saying before, like to you when we were texting about it. Is Fox is known as the Smash Brothers guy? How many people do you know in the modern day that play? Like, listen, Fox. There's 2 good Star Fox stories. One of them wasn't even a good game, and Fox has had 3 really good games that all had the same story and hasn't had a good one in the past like 10 years.
Which one is not a good game?
Star Fox Adventures. That game sucks.
Oh, I like that game.
Okay, I mean you definitely can.
It also was kind of like one of the, because that was like one of the GameCube launch titles or close to, and
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
It was kind of just I wasn't able to get a GameCube until like fucking 10 years after they came out. Like I just didn't, just like too young, and it didn't happen because of my parents to fucking buy it. So it was kind of like one of those games I like read about and seemed like amazing. I'm now realizing I've never actually played it. I just like really liked reading about it.
I disagree. Star Fox Adventure is underrated. See, here's the thing. I think the gameplay is decent. I also think it's got a good story. I don't think it's a good Star Fox game, and I think that's the biggest problem with it. That's why it kind of stinks.
It's a remake of another game, actually, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's a different game, and then they like skinned it, and then
they kind of Super Mario Brothers 2'd it. Yeah, they actually just released. Someone found the original files for the original game with like some of the cutscenes and stuff from beforehand. It's kind of interesting. They found the OG build from before they slapped Star Fox over it. So I think for right now we skip over Fox, but I think he's like there, man. I almost would think that we should chop him
the problem
now,
is
personally, but
the problem is that I think Fox gets an auto win because despite
of OG
this, yeah, like if we're arguing, if this was just a video games only thing, how iconic are they to like Nintendo's brand, then I'd be like fine. But if we're kind of just cutting this list down to 40, man, you can't. And I know this is kind of ultimate Fox, but still, you can't cut Fox out of fucking Smash Bros. I'm sorry, he kind of gets an auto pass.
I think that's fair. I think that for the same reasons, I think we're gonna get to some characters later that you're gonna agree that we should just auto cut because of that rule. But I think Fox as a character is iconic enough that we just gotta right now he stays in, but yeah.
You'll notice that I was open to eventually cutting Yoshi, even though he's in the first game. But I feel like with Fox, he's just like, not only is he in the first game, it's like fucking Fox. Like,
I could take or leave that. I think for a game's sake, I think that Fox could be cut. But for the iconicness of coming out with a new game, I think Fox can stay for now. That's fine.
You gotta have Fox. Even if it's down to like bottom 20, you gotta have Fox.
The next one's gonna be the most obvious one of all time. It's literally fucking Pikachu. It's one of the most iconic, not technically not a Nintendo series, but it's Pikachu. He's from the original Smash Brothers. It's goddamn Pikachu. Like, I know we're probably gonna cut a few Pokemon later, but we're not cutting Pikachu. Like, we can't. I think he's an iconic Smash character as well. He was also in the original Smash. Like, I don't think there's an argument that you could make to cut Pikachu.
I almost wish I could think of one just to throw it at you so you'd have something to argue against, but this is
the one
Mario,
Pokemon that I
Donkey
think
Kong.
you can actually agree on that we should keep, because I don't think that there's an argument you can make to.
No,
I can make an
we're
argument for
getting-
the other ones, and you can make an argument for the other ones, but Pikachu you can't make an argument for. He's got seniority. He's a good character. He's a fun character. He's unique, and he's fucking yellow. How many people do you know that are yellow?
No, Pichu's a hard out. Can we do Pichu now? Because he's literally just Pikachu.
Fuck that guy. Again,
Pichu's
he's another reason, same as Young Link, where Pichu is just there because everyone came back.
Feel like we might cut this list down to more than 40 without even meaning to be honest with you, because there's so many. I think 40 is even going to be like a bit of a challenge. I wish we'd like a numbered list.
I was gonna say I almost made like a tier list of like which ones that we would be more than.
I fully prepped for this. I copied and pasted it into Paint.
Okay. You try finding a high quality.
I'm sorry,
screenshot of
Dean.
this.
I'm sorry. All the arguing energy is spilling off into chirps. I'm sorry.
Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Sakurai for adding so many shitty
Really, water
characters like Meta Knight.
It's
Pichu is
going
an easy
into
take still. I'm yellow. I didn't say that. 404. You said.
Dude,
that.
I'll text Spencer. It's going into the email. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. Finally, HR will hear about this. We're cutting a Luigi,
and Spencer-
right? Like hard cut. He should just be a skin for Mario.
Yeah, like
He's too
again.
similar.
I just feel like we're gonna cut it down to more than 40, but like
I don't think so.
even among let's see what happens. Let's cut away and then we'll see where we're at. Yeah, I agree to cut Luigi. He's just like the brother of the main character, right?
Yeah, and if we're gonna keep other Nintendo characters like Donkey Kong, like Yoshi for now, and we're obviously keeping Peach, and Bowser, like those characters are like the mainstays of their series. It's like keeping Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. Like you gotta keep those, but if you were to keep like Linkle from Hyrule Warriors, like we're not gonna keep fucking Linkle.
Exactly.
This next one's an interesting one, and I want to get your opinion on this one. What do you feel about fucking Ness? Ness is such an interesting one, because a lot of people just know Ness as like the guy from Smash Bros. He's an iconic game. He's got seniority, but he also it's Ness. He's from one singular video game, so it's like it's a very interesting. I'd love to keep Ness, and I think that Ness is an incredible character. He's unique. He's got one of the, I think, funniest and coolest movesets in the game. Excuse me. Ness is an icon keep. Mother series is amazing. I also love the Mother series, but if we're cutting this down to half, it's kind of hard. I would say keep Ness just out of the uniqueness that he brings. He also feels kind of like almost like an indie title. Like he's kind of like a dark horse from like early Nintendo.
Uniqueness.
I didn't even do that to Barbas. I was thinking of the Loch Ness Monster. Oh.
No, I agree. Very interesting. Kind of weird because again, like just from Earthbound, most people haven't even played Earthbound.
Yeah, but a goddamn shame.
It's a weird game though. Like he's never gonna. He's not. I don't know how mainstream in North America would ever be, but again, he's such a. He's a good rep for. I don't know, man. He's just such a cool, creative character. Plus, I don't think you can cut the character who made PK Thunder out of the game. That's such a.
I was gonna bring that up. PK Thunder, PK Fire. That's such an iconic Smash thing. Going back to the Fox thing, I don't think you can cut Ness out of the game. I think he's an integral part of Smash culture.
Nobody that's a pro really plays Ness, but.
My proposition was because Ness is integral to that culture, and he's also in the original Smash, we keep Ness and we cut Lucas.
Obviously, Lucas.
Which is unfortunate because Mother 3 is an amazing game. I think that it's a damn shame that Mother 3 never got localized, because I feel like that game might be more popular than Earthbound given time, but it's... Isn't Ness also an OG? Yep, Ness was in the original Smash, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ness has enough props that he just gets to stick around.
All right. Now we get on to another Fox-like with Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon hasn't had a fucking game in a billion...
He deserves to be there less than Fox.
I think here's the thing that I would make about Captain Falcon. I love Captain
You should
Falcon.
have made one of those lists with like the S and the A and the fucking.
We're not
B
doing a
and all
tier
that
list, Sean. We're not doing a tier
Yeah, but,
list.
but you could have customized it to help us sort.
Okay,
Anyway.
we'll just go back to them later. Like, is it that hard to... Ones you don't want, we do an X. Ones we maybe want or do want, we do not an
No,
X.
but
And then we
more
go back
subtle.
to it until it's 40, Sean. Why is
Captain Falcon's so tough because the game on Super Nintendo sucks.
Disagree. Just get better at it. But,
The Super Nintendo one?
yeah, I've beaten it several
Really?
times, so great game.
You like F-Zero on Super Nintendo?
Yeah,
What a
it's
random
once you
fucking-
get used to like how it works, it's really good. It's a great racing game. It's very difficult,
Really?
yes, but it's very
I've played
good.
it a few times and I just like it hasn't clicked and I don't fucking like it.
I mean, just because I spent so much time with it as a kid, but that game is it's no F-Zero X. Like it's not anything like that, but it's still that game. The thing with Captain Falcon is that like you never see Captain Falcon almost ever outside of his vehicle. The design for Captain Falcon comes a little bit from the games, but there was also like an animated series that a lot of Captain Falcon-isms were taken from, and like the graphic novels.
Falcon is also, you can kind of tell because I'm pretty sure in the original game he's like the final unlock character. He's the hardest to unlock, so you can tell he's kind of just the random. It's like crazy. It's like what random ass shit could we throw in here?
People just love
Yeah, it's like-
Seafalk. Like
Let's do Captain Falcon, but let's make him just cracked out of his fucking mind. Like,
That is
why
how
would a
his
race
character
car driver be able to fucking punch with the power? It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
because he's the Falcon.
It's very anime.
Oh yeah,
Um,
he's very much like a Speed Racer-esque character. Yeah, he's very over the top and very flowy.
I like Speed Racer style animes might be one of the few I could tolerate. It bothers me less. Like, at least they drive fast cars, and they usually have good music.
You would love Initial D.
Speaking of music, that's another almost argument for Captain Falcon, where it's just like,
yeah,
man,
Mute City, Big Blue, dude. Those are
Big
some
Blue?
of the slappingest tracks. It's almost like a Battletoads song. Oh, we can't cut him now. He's got Battletoads in. I would say I want them to make Captain Falcon more different than Ganondorf. Well, Ganondorf originally was a Captain Falcon clone in Melee, but now Ganondorf is more different than Captain Falcon. I don't know. It's there's a whole thing about that.
Good in Ultimate.
I say we keep Captain Falcon for now. I think that he is almost like a Smash character, kind of
Yeah,
like
he's
a
kind of
Fox
just like a unique brand character. But I would cut him before I would cut Ness or Fox.
I
would
think that
cut Yoshi
he's
before
first.
Captain Falcon.
I think
I would
yeah.
cut Captain Falcon before Kirby. Like,
Okay, now
next one, Puff stays. I don't want to fucking hear it. Next.
Okay. Can I at least make my
Next.
argument behind it?
Yes, of course.
I mean, I was going to anyways, regardless if you liked it or not. There's like 6 or 7 different Gen 1 Pokemon in this game. Jigglypuff. I know Jigglypuff was in the original Smash, but Pikachu is already staying, obviously. When we get to Pokemon Trainer, there's the possibility of 3 other Gen 1 Pokemon possibly staying or going. Mewtwo is here. Mewtwo is very iconic. I know that Jigglypuff is iconic to Smash, but Jigglypuff on its own does not speak for the Pokemon brand. It's Jigglypuff. If Jigglypuff wasn't a previous character, the only reason they put Jigglypuff in the game is because they made a Kirby clone and it was easy to include in the original Smash. The only reason that Jigglypuff is in the original Smash. Jigglypuff is not that iconic from the original Pokemon. I think that Jigglypuff, as far as Gen 1 Pokemon, would be one of the first ones I would cut, regardless of how iconic it is. Regardless of your Hungry Box-isms. Jigglypuff was added because they played a role in the show. If you really wanted to keep him that bad, we'll keep him for now, but that is my first one that I would cut, given the chance.
I think that because it's Puff and it's like the counter to Fox and
I mean,
of the iconic
we're going to
quests,
cut Fox later. Jigglypuff can go too.
we're gonna keep Puff for now, but it's like
Can you see where I'm
right on the
coming
line.
from a little bit,
Okay.
though? Like,
What's that?
I was like, you can see where I'm coming from. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon in like a world of 900
not enough
Pokemon where
concession
people
for you?
don't know.
Is this not enough concession for you? I'm barely fighting you on this.
I know. I was just gonna.
Good argument.
I was going.
Puff is just my favorite character, obviously.
No, that's fair.
So I don't. Personal list of 40. It's weird too because some of this is personal preference. Like this is a biased argument. I'm going for my personal preference. I think that.
I don't disagree that Jigglypuff.
Iconic Smash thing, but.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't disagree that Jigglypuff has a lot of like Smash history in the character, but I would almost make the argument that they're kind of.
I think if we're cutting to 40, there's a spot for Puff there because I don't think that like there's going to be 39 other characters that you're going to be like this deserves to be here more than Puff does.
I think we'll get there when we get there, but I think you'll find that a lot of these characters deserve to stay more than you'd think almost. But again, we'll just kind of get there. We'll just kind of like put we'll just kind of put a circle around Jigglypuff, like, hey,
you're up with these ones that are icons of the series, but not much else.
Okay, Peach, we're keeping Peach. We're
cutting. Get that circle out of there. Get that fucking circle.
I already did, you little boy. We're keeping Peach. We're cutting Daisy. That seems pretty cut and dry, in my personal opinion. You got to keep Peach. Peach is not only like an iconic Smash character, but she also is like.
You have to. You gotta have the damsel. The damsel in distress has to actually be able to fight in the fighting game. You gotta be fair. Come on.
And she's also like one of the like most unique characters in that game. I love Peach's moveset. I think it's amazing. Daisy is literally an Echo Fighter. I know it feels unfair to cut some of the Echo Fighters out, but that's what they are. They're just like if you're keeping Peach, you gotta cut the second half. Same thing with the next one. We gotta keep Bowser. Like it's fucking Bowser.
Yeah, I keep King Koopa. Obviously, we're getting rid of fucking.
We're getting rid of Ice Climbers. I love Ice Climbers. I love their game.
We're getting rid of Bowser Jr.
I think that is a solid. You know what? We can even cross that one out right now. I think that's fair.
That's
Bowser Jr. is crazy because Bowser Jr. has like a billion different skins that are all the same, even though they're kind of a little bit different. Funny enough.
I was gonna say I like that they did that as the skins. I think it's cool that you can play as all the different Koopa kids. But if we're cutting this down, they need to go.
Yeah, I think Bowser Jr. is an easy one. I think Bowser Jr.'s moveset is incredibly unique and one of the coolest ones in the game. Where like the cart like takes more damage than the character. But yeah, we're putting an X through that. Sorry, Bowser. We're gonna cut Ice Climbers. They have one game. Like,
I wish we could have like numbers on like
I can just write a number.
The ones we've accepted and then the numbers that we haven't. This could have been done. I don't know why I keep chirping you for that. In my head it's funny and then I say it and then I'm just like you just
like what mean. The cam froze. It did freeze. Why did it freeze? Yeah, I don't know why you're like so angry about this. It's kind of funny. It's like I can't believe that the thing that I could have done it differently. Okay, do it then. You set up everything.
This was the
you seem like you're so interested in setting up all of this different stuff.
This was the one day this week that I actually had to do like adulting.
Install OBS, nerd. This is where you say no.
Oh, dude,
also, Sean, I could just use another color, by the way.
I had to use a pack of joints for my fucking company Christmas party. So. Or buy a pack of joints for my company
this is funny.
Gift exchange on Friday.
All right, I'm going to put a little yellow mark next to the ones that we maybe are going to get rid of, right? Is that what
No. I like, let's just go through the whole list and do the cuts and do that shit after.
Oh, the thing we were going to do beforehand that we both agreed to? Yes. Cool, let's keep doing that. Awesome.
I literally already did that and then apologized.
I'm sorry. That was mean.
Goddamn passive aggressive.
Okay, right. we're same thing. We're gonna cut Ice Climbers, right?
Ice Climbers just make no sense. They're like in one game on the original Nintendo. Such a weird one.
It is a bit weird. Like I really like Ice Climbers. Again, really cool moveset and all that. I just think it's weird.
All the characters that they could have picked. Like I think we're gonna agree. There's gonna be some characters later on that like are gonna be like, yeah, this is a late addition, but definitely should be here.
Yeah, I think that like some of the DLC characters, I think we're gonna make arguments for that are like these characters should have always been in the game, good or bad. Sheik, I think Sheik. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this one's interesting from a gameplay perspective because my initial instinct would be like keep Zelda, get rid of Sheik, because
I agree.
For the same reason that Peach should be there, Zelda should also be there.
I think Sheik is another one where Sheik is in literally only in Ocarina. Zelda is in every single Zelda game. It's in the fucking name. Same thing with
Sheik
like
is only in there because the one game came out on 64 and you could double up. Oh no, because was Zelda in
Zelda
64?
was in. No, I don't think so.
Zelda was Melee.
Zelda was in Melee, and that was Zelda turns into Sheik in Melee, and then Brawl they were made separate characters, I think, right?
I would say maybe just like cut Sheik, but I'd be completely fine with them bringing back that. I don't know, it's weird, dude.
I think that
they did so
honestly
much
they
strange
could
stuff for
they
me.
could take Sheik's place and move it into another, like give it to like Impa, or give it to another Zelda character. Give it like they should make like one of the champions or one of the newer I guess they're also kind of champions from Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Like make that one like their new reoccurring character, because I see what they're doing with Link and they're making it the Breath of the Wild one. I see what they do with Mario. They need to change up Mario's moveset and give him like more like Odyssey.
That's the
shit
thing.
or something.
Zelda
Like,
should
they need
maybe
to-
be able to turn into Sheik, but also be able to turn into like whatever other equivalents of Zelda were in different. Maybe
Yeah.
like I don't know.
That's why like
But anyway, turning
like
Sheik would be
you could
cool.
make an argument for Toon Zelda, because in some of the, like the
This one's
games, like
interesting, though,
in
because-
Phantom Hourglass, Toon Zelda's like a ghost, and you can like take over the big phantom that is in like the other that's in like the Zelda moveset. Like
This one's interesting too because it's Sheik is such like an iconic character to the scene.
yeah, I think that's an interesting one, but I think if we're going overall, I think that Sheik
I feel like
is
that's the first character that is like a really good player's main that we've cut.
Are you saying that people aren't rocking Dark Samus or Pichu?
You know what I mean? No, but like an original fucking player, like that Korean DJ was fucking Sheik.
Can we have the new Zelda with that ass, whether she blocks attacks with her ass down B?
However, overall I agree. I think it's a narrow cut. I think if we do end up cutting too many, Sheik could be on the list of me.
I think she could be.
It's also
one that
weird to
comes
have
back.
that. It's weird to have like Zelda and then the Thief version of Zelda. You know what I mean? I don't even really know who Sheik is, but
Sheik is Zelda in the future timeline of Ocarina of Time.
there you go. So it's literally just Zelda. So it's
Yeah,
just
that's why in Melee she turns into Sheik. She is Sheik. Isn't it
Or how
funny
about
how
this?
Melee spoils Ocarina of Time? Like that's like the biggest fucking plot point. That's like one of the biggest. Like, oh my god, Sheik is Zelda. It's crazy. Now it's just common knowledge.
Anyway, Dr. Mario.
We're cutting the shit out of Dr. Mario. It is
maybe the
a
easiest
Mario
cut so
clone.
far.
What?
Maybe the easiest cut so far.
Oh, really? I thought you were gonna maybe argue about it a bit more, just because it's
He's
Mario.
not even.
But,
He doesn't even have a video game. He just has a Tetris ripoff. Like it's wild.
I think Dr. Mario is very iconic. I also think that Dr. Mario is way too similar to Mario. They have the same. Dr. Mario has a reskinned Mario special. It's literally the same shit. It's not even like kind of different. Just by putting pills into fireballs. Like honestly, Dr. Mario should either be. I agree with 404. I think it should either be a skin or it should just be like an Echo Fighter, like Daisy is. But no, they're marketed as separate characters. No sense.
Cut Falco. Cut Marth. Keep Lucina. I want to say cut Ganondorf, but I'm not sure. We
Okay.
also can go back and talk about those other.
Maybe
ones.
we should go to okay. Falco, we're gonna cut Falco. I think for the
Yeah,
reason that
also
we
cut
made
Wolf.
Fox.
Also cut
If we were maybe, I was gonna say yeah, we're gonna cut off Wolf too. If we were maybe thinking about keeping like maybe not keeping Fox, Falco and Wolf are just not gonna get. I hate that because Falco's in the original Smash too, but you gotta draw the line somewhere, man. It kind of stinks.
Hard for me
Marth?
to say cut Wolf because Wolf being included in Ultimate was one of my favorite things ever because
Yeah.
Wolf was my main in Smash Bros. Wolf is what made me start to get good at Smash in the first place. Wolf was the first character I ever played that I could actually beat people with. I remember one time in school we were playing, and I don't know if you played a ton of Brawl, but you remember like the ultimate
much.
attacks?
But yeah,
All the Star Fox characters had tanks.
oh that's right, yeah, ew, gross.
Like the Lancaster
Yeah.
tank from the fucking
That's
from
silly.
Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
And Foxes and Falcos were both kind of just like big and cumbersome, and like you could get a kill or two with them. Wolf's was this ridiculously OP, lightning fast, could rapid fire shots that one hit kill people. I remember one time we were playing with 4 of us and I killed all 3 of them, and then all 3 of them respawned, and I just flew the tank up, carried them all off the respawn platforms, and killed them all again. And then I wasn't allowed to use Wolf anymore. It was a great moment.
Darn.
However, Wolf's got to get cut.
It's like using Meta Knight in Brawl, which we'll get to Meta Knight. Okay. We're talking Fire Emblem here. I know that's not your strong suit, but Marth is literally the poster boy for Fire Emblem. He is Mr. Fire Emblem. I don't think that you can cut Marth. He represents his brand too much. Lucina is literally just a descendant of Marth. Like, you can't. Lucina could be a skin for Marth.
Character. She's everything that Marth. It's just like Marth, Roy, and Lucina are all basically the same fucking character. Roy's a bit slower, but Ultimate Roy's pretty sauce. So they're all basically the same fucking character.
Roy is our boy, but we gotta cut Roy. That one's for sure. I hate that because I love Roy, but we gotta cut Roy.
Well, we can't keep Martha and Lucina. It's gotta be one or the other.
I think you could just change Marth's moveset to Lucina's and then make Lucina a skin, and you should keep Marth.
I'm fine with that.
I think that's if it's more for gameplay reasons, I think you can make an argument to just change up the character. Marth as a character is way more iconic than like Lucina and Roy.
So I think now then we should just do like the Fire Emblem stuff, because it's like, fuck man, if we're keeping fucking Yoshi, like, are we really gonna cut Roy?
I mean,
but Roy should go. You know what I mean? Like, how biased do we want to be towards like?
Here's the thing: as someone who's played a lot of Fire Emblem games, I know you haven't really had too much experience with the series. There's arguments for some of the newer characters to stay in here over like I think that Chrom should stay. Chrom should have been added to the game like years ago, before Robin. He's the main character of Awakening. Shit.
I feel like it should be like Marth, whatever like female lead is in, like whatever like your main female representation of Fire Emblem would be, and then whatever the main like villain representation would be. Those should be the 3.
I hate whatever that Fire Emblem doesn't have any villains. Any of their villains aren't in the game. It's really sad. First, I think we should cut Roy. I think we should cut the obvious ones. We cut Roy. We go down to Ike's an interesting one. Ike's actually been in besides Marth, Ike's been in the most games than some of these other ones. Ike also has a completely different moveset than some of the other ones. He's not like a weird like tipper. He doesn't have like the single sword. He actually has a unique moveset and is fun.
Okay, so like you said, I don't know anything about Fire Emblem, so pick
hold on.
3.
1, 2. I was just gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Keep 3 total, including
6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8. I want to cut that down to 4 if I can.
No, you're cutting it down to 3.
Why?
Because we're playing Smash Bros, not 40 fighters. They're not taking 10% of the field.
They're
all from one series of games. No.
Yeah, one of the most.
You have 3.
It's like, why? Okay, so you went from 10 to like 8%. What's your deal?
Every other game gets 3. Mario series gets Mario. I mean, we should probably cut Yoshi, to be honest with you.
If you're cutting 3 more, if you're cutting it down to 3 out of 8 Fire Emblem characters, then we gotta cut Yoshi right away.
Yeah.
So let's do that, and then will you just take my personal opinion on the Fire Emblem ones if we're just doing 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep Marth. I'm gonna cut Roy. I'm gonna keep Chrom. I hate to say it, but we can't have just Marth and Chrom because they're too similar, and I hate that because Chrom is like the boy. I think Chrom can just be another skin for Marth, and I hate that as well. I think we keep Ike because he's an iconic. Honestly, I would love if they brought in Lyn. I think Lyn is more iconic than Ike in my humble opinion. Corrin gets cut. Fuck Fates. I love that game, but I also hate that game. Robin gets cut, and I think here's the thing. Byleth stays, and here's my reasoning for that. I know that's goofy. No, hold on. Byleth stays
Byleth
as
is such a cheese lord.
Why don't you fucking let me finish?
But can we cut him just because he's a cheese lord, though? Please, can it be like anybody?
Okay, what I'm using as
they're like twins, right?
What?
No, this isn't. Sorry, I'm thinking of Pyra and Mithra. Never mind.
What the fuck are you talking about? No,
I'm thinking of Pyra and Mithra.
Okay, Byleth is not Pyra and Mithra, which we can also cut them. Anyway,
I mixed that up. That's fine. Byleth can stay. I thought you were talking about Pyra and Mithra. Pyra and Mithra is like one of the cheesiest characters I've ever played. Continue.
It's very interesting moveset. What the reason I was saying for Byleth is that Byleth is the newest Fire Emblem character, and they've always kind of done that progressively. I think that making a case that Byleth can also be just replaced with whatever the new Fire Emblem lead is also fine. So it's Byleth / whatever the new Fire Emblem character. But keep Marth and keep Ike / I actually, honestly, Marth and Ike are fine. So
Marth, Ike, and Byleth.
I think Marth, Ike, and Byleth are fine.
All right. We can also come back to, if we do more cuts, Fire Emblem can kind of be one of the first things that comes back. Nothing else
I think
is
that
getting
if it's any of these that can be brought back, it'll be the ones with the most interesting moveset, which honestly, it would be Robin or Corrin, and I'd bring back Robin because there's no Awakening. That was going to be the other one that I kept if it was 4 out of 8, but let's just keep going. It's fine. We got to keep Ganondorf, man. We got Zelda. We got, what's the other one?
Is Zelda
Link's
as iconic as all the rest of this stuff, though?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it as iconic?
Breath of the Wild.
Is it though?
Yeah.
The only other, I know you love Breath of the Wild, but the only other games that are getting 3 characters from them are Fire Emblem and Mario. Is Zelda that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Zelda's more, I would say that right now Zelda might be more popular than fucking Mario. Like right now in where we're living. Ganondorf is in the new game. They could just make his new skin.
You gotta have the villain. Yeah. All right.
And you can make him voiced by Matt Mercer. Oh, it would be so cool.
Dorf can stay, but if it came down to like those 3 games, like if we were just if it was like the final 9 between Mario, Fire Emblem, and Zelda, Dorf would be the one that goes out of everybody.
I think that the thing that would be cool is I would almost be willing to do this afterwards, where what we could do is we could just pick one from each series and only have one. But for right now, Ganondorf stays. If we're keeping Puff for right now, we're keeping Mewtwo. I think that's fine to ask, right?
No.
Why?
Mewtwo?
Yes.
Mewtwo's not iconic. One person uses Mewtwo. One person uses Mewtwo.
Why are you thinking about this in a competitive mind? Not everyone plays this game super competitively.
Mewtwo King doesn't even use Mewtwo that fucking often. Mewtwo's such a random pick. Mewtwo's like the early villain of the first Pokemon. It doesn't make any. That's weird.
If you want to talk about like all of this crazy stuff with all these competitive Smash players, do you want to know what one of the greatest, most iconic Smash players of all time has in his name?
Just because he has it in his name doesn't mean the character can fucking stay.
It also is funny. He doesn't even use Mewtwo that much. It's funny.
That's what I mean. Cut Mewtwo.
Really?
Cut Mewtwo. Yeah. Get Mewtwo the fuck out of here.
All right. We're over Jigglypuff though.
Yeah. Unless we want like a bad Pokemon.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Lucario is going to end up getting cut because it's too similar to Mewtwo. So, would you rather have Mewtwo or Lucario? You can't say we're not going to have any Pokemon.
They both get cut.
You can't say we're not going to have any, like, we can't cut it down to, like, one Pokemon. You're insane.
No, we're keeping, Pokemon gets,
Pokemon should get
Trainer
3 as much as Mario and Zelda does. It's that
it's
powerful.
Pokemon Trainer. Pokemon Trainer is the one that stays.
I think that's fair. I also think that
That's
Pokemon
a 3-starter
Trainer...
Pokemon from the OG game, but then it's like, do we want representation from later Pokemon games too?
Absolutely.
Because then it's literally like everything we have is.
That's why I was gonna make. We'll get to that, but Greninja's gotta fucking stay. We can cut Mewtwo though. I'm super okay with that.
Greninja.
I don't play Pokemon, so I don't know what Pokemon is popular. I'm just on.
Cut Pokemon Trainer. Keep Greninja.
Right now, we're at least going to cut Mewtwo. I think I agree. I hate to say it, but I'm also going to cut Lucario as well, if that's fine. Just because they're too similar. They're very similar. If we're cutting one, we have to cut the other if you want to cut the Pokemon down.
I feel like Pikachu's in there because it's fucking Pikachu. Like, Pikachu has transcended Pokemon. Pikachu doesn't count as a Pokemon. Pikachu's fucking Pikachu, right?
That's fair.
Puff
He's almost
there
like a brand awareness.
or its ties to early Smash. The fact that Puff is a Pokemon is just a coincidence. It's not like the other ones where we're doing like equal series representation. Puff is just kind of like a weird enigma. So I'm not like opposed to keeping like. I just don't know what other Pokemon to keep. I find this game has such a random spread of Pokemon.
I kind of disagree with that. Because it's just like, for the most part, it's the most popular flagship ones from that generation. Lucario's the most popular one from that generation. Greninja's definitely the most popular from that generation. If just for context, Greninja is like the Charizard of that generation. Incineroar is like the Charizard of that generation. It's the final evolution of like the starter that you get, the main starter.
Hey, rating all of the Pokemon on here, which one's the most popular overall, other than Pikachu?
Probably Mewtwo or Greninja. Maybe Lucario as well. I don't know. It depends on who you ask, honestly, because there's a lot of people who covet like the earlier generations. But if you're asking an overall current audience, Greninja is the most popular behind Pikachu, 100%.
It's like if we're gonna do 4 Pokemon, it doesn't feel right to have it be like Pikachu, Puff, Mewtwo, Greninja. You know what I mean? Because I almost see the argument for doing more Pokemon because Puff isn't there because it's a Pokemon. It's just a coincidence.
That's why I was saying, like, I think that was something that would be cool. Now, hear me out. Pokemon Trainer is cool to keep, but I think that they should implement, like, the newer... They should, like, first of all, they should bring Charizard back as his own character, because I liked that a lot. And then they should make the Pokemon Trainer the newer starters, is what they should do. That would be super fucking cool. I would love it to be, like, any of them. Gen 2 starters, Gen 3 starters, any of them. It'd be cool.
I would almost like, that's kind of why I wanted to keep Pokemon Trainer over like any other specific Pokemon. Like maybe like a Pokemon Trainer that could summon more Pokemon somehow.
I think that's fair to keep them.
So I think Pokemon work better as summons than they do as independent characters, you know? Because I get that Greninja's there, but I think if we just keep Pikachu and Puff, that's not enough representation for Pokemon. I think Pikachu, Wii Fit Trainer, Puff is the best Pokemon representation because Puff is
Wii Fit Trainer. It's my favorite Pokemon character.
Sorry, I mean Pokemon. They're like they're like right beside each other. They're like super close to each other. But I think that would be my argument to cut Greninja because it's like Pikachu's not in there because Pikachu is the most iconic character of the early things. It's because it's the most popular overall Pokemon. Puff is there to just be like the weird pick, and then Pokemon Trainer kind of covers that. That also technically gives them more than 3 in game.
I mean, it gives the 3, right? But you can't play as them like individually.
Yeah, but Pokemon should be kind of limited because there are a ton of them, but that kind of like ties into the fact of how many there is. I think Pikachu, Pokemon Trainer, Puff is the best 3 to do and cut all the other Pokemon.
I would argue for possibly one more just to have some sort of slot for newer representation. You gotta, like, I feel like I would, so first of all, I want to cut Incineroar. I feel like
generation isn't getting represented at all. Like, there's no new character that's as iconic as Pikachu is.
I mean, you just went on a thing that said that Pikachu is separate than from Pokemon. Same thing with Jigglypuff, because he's kind of a
so he's not really representing the earlier generation, and then Puff is kind of just this thing. So Pokemon Trainer kind of just is like multiple Pokemon, so that could be like
Pikachu Gen 1, Jigglypuff Gen 1. Right now, Pokemon Trainer is Gen 1. Obviously, you could change that.
A modified Pokemon Trainer. I don't think any of the other ones deserve to be in there as much. None of the other individual generations are as iconic.
I'm gonna cut Incineroar, because that one's thing. But you gotta pick between. If you're cutting Mewtwo, you have to keep Greninja or Lucario. Greninja's so unbelievably popular. You don't know, man. I'm serious.
But dude, it's not. We're not just doing Pokemon. Pokemon doesn't get 5 in this just because you really like Pokemon. Pokemon's not any more popular than any of the rest of this stuff.
Pokemon is the most popular of any of these brands.
Yeah, but
Pokemon is more popular than Mario, than Zelda.
The Pokemon fighting game. They already have lots of There's other characters to rep.
I know, I'm just saying, like, I want to take out Puff and put Greninja in there. Or Mewtwo. If you're saying that Puff is on the chopping block...
Puff is in there for Smash, though.
But you're saying that Puff is eligible to be cut at some point, and you're saying to get rid of Greninja without...
Greninja just means nothing to, like, the scene. Nobody even, like... I guess Greninja's kind of like a main, but it's only in, like, the new game. I don't know. I just...
Can we keep it for now? I'll cut Lucario. We should keep Greninja for now. If we're keeping Puff, we gotta keep Greninja for now.
I mean, if that's the line you're making, I guess it just Greninja's so fucking random. It's like the only one that's like an end stage evolution.
It seems
like,
random, but so just for context, it's one of the reasons why it's one of the most iconic Pokemon, at least overall for Pokemon, is that for like 10 years, Ash had a Greninja and had like a specialized Greninja. It was like his second to Pikachu for like a long time.
I don't know, man. We're cutting Luigi out of like a Nintendo game, and you want to fucking bring in like Greninja? It just seems.
Yeah, we cut Luigi because he's too similar to Mario. Who's Greninja like? We're cutting Daisy, iconic Nintendo
there's
character.
So many
she's
different Pokemon that you're not going to be able to. I don't know. If you're going to insist on keeping it, then fine.
Then keeping
I disagree.
keeping Byleth for a Fire Emblem slot that's newer is the same reason you'd want to keep Greninja, just for a newer Pokemon slot. That would be fun.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna cut this down to like 20. Like I feel like we're.
Think so.
I don't know how aggressive to be cutting. We can keep Greninja if that's your one other Pokemon that you want to keep, other than.
I'd like to keep Mewtwo, but I think that Greninja's a better argument because it's newer.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. We'll cut Lucario, Incineroar is cut, Mewtwo is cut. We're keeping Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Pokemon Trainer with the differing chances, and then with the differing Pokemon possibly, and then Greninja, at least for now. Good?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Game & Watch. This is an interesting.
I'm gonna say keep. I'm gonna say keep.
I'm gonna also say keep Game & Watch. I think that Game & Watch is honestly one of the most unique characters in the game, and I think that as far as representing old stuff, his moveset is unique enough where I think that it stays.
Yeah, he's like one of the.
He also
I find a lot of the new characters are very lazy, and just like a lot of them are just just like cheap tie-ins to being like, oh, Min, this is from the fucking game that fucking abused the motion mechanic on this shitty console that we released. Whereas like Mr. Game & Watch is actually a super creative pick. So
Game & Watch is
just
cool.
cross Min out right now. Like fuck, I hate looking at her. I'm just kidding.
I was like, I don't know if I want to. I was gonna say I don't even know if I want to do that. Honestly, Game & Watch stays just because it's. I don't know. He's not only like the birthplace of like Nintendo games, but he's also just like he's such an interesting and fun character to play as. He gives a little bit of RNG to his character, but also is able to like I don't know make it fun. I don't know, man. It's just good. I don't really have much to say on him except for we just gotta keep him for the sake of why would we get rid of a character that if he didn't exist, none of these other characters would really exist, honestly.
That boy.
In that same thing, Meta Knight gets cucked. He gets mega slapped on the wrist. DDD, we gotta keep. Kirby, we gotta keep. They're both different enough. Meta Knight's another sword fighter, and he's kind of like in the middle of Kirby and DDD. I think Kirby's a big enough franchise, but I don't think there's room for all three of them in a 40 situation.
I agree with everything. I think DDD would probably be one, like, if we need to start looking for cuts, he's at the top of my list, but...
That's fair. I think they should DDD feels too floaty. I love DDD. I love playing as DDD, but he just feels weird whenever I play him. But I do agree that he's, like, in the middle. Like, if we need to cut anyone more, I think that DDD would be there. This is where Sean's going to get mad at me.
Yeah, I'm fine with DDD in there. Spencer plays DDD, so.
Oh, no, I think that one. I'm just saying about some of the next ones.
Also hilarious when Spencer plays DDD. Pit and Dark Pit are both gone.
No, Pit stays.
No, he doesn't, dude. Kid Icarus was one fucking game. It meant nothing.
Kid Icarus Uprising. 2 games.
Dark Pit and Palutena can get cut, yes. Nobody cared about it. It was such like a fan service thing. It's just like it's a small dedicated group. He means nothing in the overall scheme of things. There's been no new fucking games. Nobody ever fucking talks about him. Fucking Pit is a hard cut.
Dark Pit is a hard cut. Palutena is a hard cut. Pit, the person who makes the game, it's gonna be an inevitability. Because Kid Icarus was made by Sakurai. Kirby was made by Sakurai. That's why there's 3 Kirby characters and there's 3 fucking Kid Icarus characters. It's because Sakurai made the game. If there's going to be another Sakurai-made Smash Brothers, Pit is going to be in there anyways.
We didn't say it's Sakurai. We're just cutting this down. As far as this goes right now, if I was going through this whole list and just going iconic other video game characters and stuff too, Pit's a hard cut.
I can't in right conscience agree with that at all. Dark Pit gets cut. Palutena gets cut. Pit cannot get cut. I
feel like we need like red or something for our first like hard disagreement here.
One that we can come back to or something. Fuck off. Uprising was goated. Keep Pit. Cut Dark Pit. Thank you 404. I appreciate
all
that.
You. No, Pit's gone.
No, I can't. No. I can cut Dark Pit right now. I'm not gonna cross him off yet. I'm gonna cross off Dark Pit and Palutena. But
yeah, and then do Pit in red.
I'll just put a big circle.
It's in one game on the Nintendo. It makes no sense.
Kid Icarus Uprising is like one of the Nintendo 3DS games. I know it's 2 games, but we're literally keeping Ness for the reason that it's Ness. Ness was in 1 game. Pit was in 2 games, so by that logic, we should cut Ness, right?
But he's way more iconic to Smash. Ness gets the Smash back.
I'm just saying, Sean, you're in the hard wrong here. Pit stays, says Natsu. Thank you guys for agreeing. I thought I was going crazy a bit. Right now, we're just gonna keep this in red. We can come back to Pit. That's an interesting.
You guys really like a game? Like it's 1 game
2
on
games.
the DS and like 1 game on the Nintendo.
It's an iconic NES game.
It came out in 1986 and it had 3 fucking games. Like it just makes it's not iconic. It's not that iconic. It's just a good game. Like Wario gets cut too.
No way! No way! Absolutely not.
So we're giving the Mario universe more? We're giving the Mario universe more then?
No, Wario is his own thing. He's different than Mario. He has 3 different game series that are all his. You can't cut Wario. He's got Wario Land. He's got fucking all of the mini games. He got WarioWare.
Just a version of Mario.
No, he's his own character now. He is his completely own character now. Wario's completely different than Mario.
We already kept Bowser. We're keeping 2 villains from Mario?
Wario is not a villain. Wario's not a villain. Wario is also
I feel like
his
Wario's
own
so niche. I feel like a lot of people don't even know who Wario is.
No way. I completely disagree with that. That's crazy. Have you ever played, like, dude, Wario Land and WarioWare, any of those things? You gotta keep Wario. I don't know why you would want to cut him. He's like a big staple. He's like a big staple of Nintendo.
Not a staple. They're just kind of like one-off.
No, he's a staple, not a stable.
I don't know if I'd call him a staple. Or a staple.
I think that's crazy that Pit and Wario are both hard cuts for you.
I don't know if I wouldn't say hard cut. Wario. I'm more surprised about. I mean, Pit. I'm surprised you're arguing for Pit, but in the back of my head, like, of course, you would fight for Kid Icarus. All 404 would fight for Kid Icarus,
and everyone else making the list would.
You all fucking suck. But
literally everyone else would. Sean's like, I don't like anime, so I don't like this character. Can't wait till we get to Bayonetta, and Sean's like, I gotta cut Bayonetta. Anyways, is that really like a thing? If you wanted to cut Wario, because I don't know if I could in right conscience do that. That doesn't seem. It's not, because it's not a Mario character anymore. It's beyond that. No, Bueller. Oh, Sean die.
Out a little bit,
there he is.
But I don't think it's actually gonna go. I think it's just a little blip.
Okay. No, I just heard you back as you were mid-sentence. Good. Okay. Okay. All I was saying was, just consider the games that he's been in. I don't think that you can cut Wario because he's too different. I think that he represents his own game series now, and hasn't been a part of a main Mario game in ages.
His own unique games aren't that iconic though. Like,
I would argue that they are. There's the WarioWare games are some of the most iconic party games in the last 3 consoles. And his actual games
were a one-off party game.
I wouldn't even say they're party games. They've got great stories. I don't know, man.
What's his modern series? Like, what's
WarioWare.
Other than WarioWare, what's his? That's literally only mini games though.
It's not actually. Oh, I mean, I guess kind of it is, but
I think it'd be on the roster to come back in. But like, I would keep fucking Pit before I would keep Wario.
Really?
Oh wait,
that's
I kind of
interesting.
I don't like either one.
I'm not gonna make one or the other because they're 2 different characters.
People from the fucking Mario universe.
Wario is not Mario. I don't know why Wario is on his own.
No, he's not. He's literally a part of the Mario universe.
No, he is. I agree with that, but I don't think that he should be counted in that anymore. Would you count Donkey Kong a part of the Mario universe?
He's more connected to it than Donkey Kong is.
I mean, Donkey Kong and Mario were in the same game before Wario even existed, so I disagree.
But Donkey Kong had iconic games way earlier than Wario did.
But Wario has more current games than Donkey Kong. Name a game in the last 10 years that Donkey Kong was a standalone title and go. You can't say the remakes of Country Returns and Freeze.
Yeah, I can. Those are completely different games than the original.
Those were on the
ones.
Wii. That was like 15, 20 years ago.
Or are those just remakes of the Wii games?
Yeah.
I guess old Donkey Kong hasn't been in a while, but it's fucking DK. I think DK's.
There's Mario versus Donkey Kong. There's even a new one coming out. I love Donkey Kong.
Also, Wario wasn't in the Mario movie. Donkey Kong was, so he's a bigger part of the universe.
I'm not arguing to take Donkey Kong out. If they make Seth Rogen voice Wario, then you'd probably piss all over his grave. Like, it'd be great.
But you wouldn't be surprised to see Wario in that universe. I don't know. I find it funny you're gonna cut Luigi, but not Wario. You might have to Red Circle Wario too, mate. I don't think it's gonna matter that much because I think we have. Actually, I guess we do have to cut 44 people.
We've cut a lot, but
let's Red Circle Wario and move on. Let's Red Circle Wario.
That's crazy. Snake gets cut. I'm sorry, buddy. I love Snake. He was the first third-party guy, but he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit.
See, that's funny. I think Snake stays.
All right, make your argument. I'm curious.
Are you saying he's not because it's not like Nintendo traditionally?
I'd say that it's just a weird character to add because as far as third-party representation goes, I know he was the first official third-party representation in Smash Brothers, period. I don't think that Snake has the staying power of other ones. They're not making another Metal Gear Solid game. Kojima's gone. Like, I don't think that he can stay in a world of
They almost have
staying
this
as
kind of
third-party.
like... They almost have this kind of like Quentin Tarantino-esque feel to them, where it was just like every one of them was so iconic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're all so unique, and he's such like a creative. I feel like if like a Ness is staying, Snake is just and I know he was DLC in Brawl, right?
Yeah, he was. Oh, he wasn't DLC. They didn't have DLC for Brawl, but yeah, he was like an unlockable character. Yeah.
I feel like he's in just early enough that he's kind of like almost Smash Bros. Iconic. I would say he can stay, but like would be the first on a list to be cut.
I'm gonna agree with you here. 404 made a good point of saying Snake is honestly a bit left field, but I think that was kind of the point of putting him in. I think I can get behind that.
I think he's just got enough, like his moveset's really random in the game, but it also kind of works. And then he's got like, you know, they gave him like the way to find ass in the first game, and then the fucking. But that's also kind of a shout back from his games. And then him hiding in the box is the taunt and stuff. Like, I don't know. I think he just...
They need to bring him back with the fattest, chunky butthole.
Give him a fucking donk.
Absolute donk.
Fucking donker.
Anyways, Snake, I think for the meantime, he might be the first one, like one of the first on the chopping block. Ike and Pokemon Trainer, we've already both talked about. I think they stay. At least for now, unless we need to cut more. I don't think we will, though. I think we're going to end up overcutting, perhaps. Diddy Kong's an interesting one. Here's my Donkey Kong spiel for you. You ready? What we need besides Donkey Kong is a representation of the Donkey Kong Country games. King K. Rool is that representation. Diddy Kong gets cut.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Donkey Kong is something that gets 2 characters, but not 3.
I think K. Rool should have been in before Diddy Kong. I think K. Rool should have deserved to be.
K. Rool's also just such a like. K. Rool might be the best character in Ultimate. He's just so unique.
He's so cool.
Fun. He is so good.
He's unique. He's funny. He's a very different left field as far as I can't think of another heavy that even resembles K. Rool. Maybe DDD, but DDD is even too floaty for that. But yeah, I think
Diddy's gone. K. Rool stays.
Hate to say it, because I do love me some Diddy, but I think K. Rool is a much better character. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and we can come back on Sean trying to convince me that Sonic isn't one of the most iconic characters in all of video game history. I'll be back.
Dude, Sonic is so cut.
No, the fuck he is not, dumbass.
Gotta go. Also, I'm doing drugs. Dean comes back.
All right, I'm back. I got some water. You heard you take a break too, Sean? Yeah, Sean went away. The iconic "You're too slow" is a good taunt. Sonic's got to stay. It's the old corporate rivalry, Mario versus Sonic. I know Sean hates Sonic, but I think he'll see my reasoning. I would argue that Sonic deserves one. He deserves a Shadow skin if we're not gonna keep that as an Echo Fighter. Sonic deserves 2. I think Eggman deserves to be in the game if fucking Bowser Jr. is in the game.
I had to go do drugs because this is gonna suck.
This is gonna suck because you're gonna have to unfortunately agree. It's gonna be the only time in the history of Sean that he's going to agree to keep Sonic.
Yeah, no, reluctantly, but Sonic can stay. No Eggman though. I disagree on that. I think Sonic gets 1. Sonic gets 1 kind of as a nod that the fact that like he got beat.
I think it's interesting,
and it's just funny that he's in there.
I think I could possibly, if there were more characters instead of just these like 84, I think you could make the argument that Sonic would be the first one to get more representation.
There was more characters.
There's a lot of Sonic characters.
DLC, but
there's a lot of Sonic characters. I think that like Knuckles would be a cool one to add. Maybe almost I think like almost like a Pyra/Mythra-esque like Tails Knuckles character would almost be cool. Shadow is cool, but he's too similar to Sonic. I was thinking like an Eggman would be cool because you can make him like Bowser Jr. in like his floaty bit.
I'm surprised Tails isn't in the game already.
It's kind of surprising, honestly. But yeah, it kind of stinks. But yeah, I think I mean, it stinks for you. I think Sonic deserves to be here because it's Sonic. It's Sonic.
The thing that's nice about Smash Bros. It's the only game I've never mind seeing Sonic in because I get to beat the shit out of him. They also made Sonic terrible. Sonic is an awful character in this game. All he is fast. He doesn't hit hard, which I feel like they did on purpose as a metaphor for his fucking video games. All they are is fast. There's no lasting.
That's fair.
He's in, but he gets stripped relentlessly. That's the caveat.
I mean, if that's what it takes to keep one of the most iconic video game characters that's still coming out with like very well-selling games in a game specifically about that, then yeah, that seems reasonable.
Olimar's got to be out, right?
I completely disagree.
Oh my god, dude! Pikmin 1 game on GameCube. Oh my god, dude.
Pikmin what?
Is Pikmin popular?
Oh, Pikmin's very Pikmin just came out with Pikmin 4 just came out, dude.
I still don't want Pikmin in there.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pikmin has different main characters the whole time. You could just update it. I mean, if Olimar was an Echo Fighter, I'd cut. Or if Alf was an Echo Fighter, I'd cut Alf. Yeah, but Olimar is just Pikmin needs the representation, man.
Pikmin impacts fucking.
Sean,
nobody.
You kept Sonic, but you're getting rid of Pikmin, who's a main Mario or a main Nintendo series.
Do you think Pikmin's up there with like Sonic and Mario?
I would say that. I mean, if we're talking about North America, I don't know how popular Pikmin is as a whole. It's definitely a lot more popular now than it used to be. I think Sean's scared of the little gremlins. It's the little red guy, isn't he? He's kind of crazy. He's like, oh, he's like crazy. He's like, oh, he's crazy.
They're gonna climb in my wiener. Oh.
I would admit if we need to cut more down, Olimar. He can be one of the first ones to go if we need to cut more. But
no, dude, I think Olimar is a way harder cut than fucking Pit or Wario. Like, get him the fuck out of here.
Whoa, that's a very, very hot take. Once again, I think that Olimar takes the cake over Pit and Wario. I think that Olimar deserves to stay over Pit. Wario, you can make a case for Wario or Olimar, but I think that Olimar and the Pikmin series are more popular.
I think we need to kick all of Sean's characters he plays. I only play Puff and Donkey Kong.
Oh, cool. So we can get Puff. But... Yeah, Spencer, we'll get to those guys. So you really like? Is it just because you haven't played a Pikmin game, or do you not know the popularity at all, or?
If I'm gonna try to just argue without kicking, which is very hard because it's so much fun to fucking.
It is really fun. I know.
I just like Pikmin, really.
I guess so.
I think like some one-off dumb fucking game with the like little ant guys. Like I thought Olimar was kind of just like a random pick to flush it out to 80 fucking people. But honestly, on this one, if you're saying he's that iconic, I guess it's like I don't know.
Each Pikmin game has their own like main character, so switching out the character of Olimar with a newer one of the space guys is super reasonable. But I think Olimar, to represent Pikmin, and also to for his moveset, I mean, he's got such an interesting and different thing that he brings to the game. I think that he deserves to stay. I almost would be willing to take this to like a chat vote because I think that Olimar.
I'll see what chat says on this one. I'm a little more flexible on this one.
This
Although
one
I'm
seems...
feeling like if I'm gonna let Olimar in, I'll let fucking Pit and Wario in. Like if we're letting Olimar in, we're letting him in. Anybody? We're just letting anybody in.
They're just letting anyone in. Yeah, chat. What do you guys have to say about Olimar? We'll come back to Pit and Wario, but I think that Olimar over those three deserves to stay. I think Pikmin's more popular now than it ever has been. I'll be honest with you. Pikmin stay, but kick the dumb Pikmin too. Yeah, get rid of fucking Alf. Yeah, true.
Okay, so Natsu votes for Pikmin. We have an odd number of people, so if one more person votes for Pikmin, it's already over. Both Spencer and 404 need to vote for me. So I think I'm gonna already lose, but
I don't really know about Olimar, but I fucking love Pikmin. I just got a weird feeling about Ollie.
Well,
oh yeah, I guess there's Ollie as well.
Spencer's the vote decider?
No, 404 says he loves Pikmin. He just said he doesn't know about Olimar. Again, Pikmin, it can be an interchangeable one of the astronaut guys because they're all different characters.
You're gonna need a hard answer either way.
Spencer, you're the decider, guy who will obviously pick Pikmin. You're very on the fence. Really? You're on the fence? Interesting. So yes, Spencer,
well,
you're...
Just make up your mind, and remember, if you make the wrong decision, everybody's gonna die.
Pretty much.
Are you really just saying hard 50-50? Taking the third option? Because that's essentially a vote against me. You're saying you're not.
It's a vote against me too.
You're not gonna vote for Pikmin to get booted.
Oh yeah, I guess if it's in the middle, then Spencer at the most would tie you if he agreed with you.
Which means it gets a red circle.
Yeah. Well, Spencer, if you don't answer, this boy's getting a big old red circle. Which is surprising.
Well,
I would say
if Spencer doesn't answer, you win, and we just move on.
All right, you can do a countdown if you want. Otherwise, okay, think about this. All right, I'm thinking. I'd like to keep, but we absolutely need to cut more people later than I say cut. I mean, I think that's fair. I think he can be on the chopping block, but I think that his series, like, if we're keeping some of these other characters, we gotta keep fucking Olimar, or at least a Pikmin representation.
Name me anybody else up here who is less worthy than Olimar to be here.
Jigglypuff needs to get axed like 2 days ago.
No, it's iconic to Smash.
Oh yeah, well, Olimar's got a funny nose. What do you gotta say about that, boy?
Other than Puff, what character would you say deserves to be there less than Olimar?
Ones that we're keeping right now? Let me go through these. Snake.
You're out of your fucking mind. There's no way that fucking Pikmin is more iconic than Metal Gear Solid.
Currently, it is.
No, overall.
Ones that we've already done. I think that Olimar. All right, we're gonna officially red circle.
I believe that Olimar has Spencer has had his chance. So
okay, Rob, we're gonna cut Rob. That seems like an easy one. Rob doesn't even have a game. Rob's a peripheral. He's super cool. I love him. I have a Rob.
Rob's the Nintendo robot. He's almost like an iconic early mascot. He's almost like
but Mr. Game & Watch
another Game &
is
Watch
that.
callback. I think he stays and he's on the early chopping block for me.
I think that's fair. I think that he's on like one of the first ones because I get why you'd want to keep him, but Game & Watch already fills that slot of that. I think that you would want to cut him before anyone else. If we're keeping Game & Watch, then we have to get rid of Rob.
Why don't you give Rob a red circle then?
You're giving a lot of people red circles, Sean. You're gonna have to make a decision at some of these points.
I don't know if we're going to. I feel like we're also we've also crossed a lot.
I will say that like at the bottom here, we're gonna end up cutting a lot more than we think probably. So we'll see. Villager.
We've cut more than half so far.
Okay.
This whole fucking row is fucking cut. We've cut like.
I mained Rob in Mario Kart DS, but put him on the cutting block. Yeah, that's
red circle that bitch.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's red circled. Villager.
We can have one Animal Crossing character. You pick.
I see the reasoning why you'd say only one Animal Crossing character. I think if we're being real, I think that Animal Crossing deserves 2, but I think that it should be one that's more different than Villager and Isabelle. I think Villager and Isabelle are very similar, but they also are different enough that I'm willing to give them both a pass. I forgot Isabelle was in this game. If we're gonna keep one or the other, we're gonna keep Villager over Isabelle. Yeah, because Villager is like the main character. It's your OC, and we can cut Isabelle. I don't really have
also,
too much harbors about
Donkey Kong is only getting 2. I don't think fucking Animal Crossing gets 2. I think Animal Crossing gets 1.
Yeah, but Donkey Kong's a monkey.
So. Animal Crossing has. Okay. I don't know how.
Sorry, Isabelle. I think that Animal Crossing deserves 2, but I think that Isabelle should almost be like a skin for Villager. Now, this is gonna be a really hard one. Fucking Mega Man. Thoughts?
It's like not even. It doesn't have like any. It's so random that it's even in here. It's like some fucking Marvel versus Capcom shit. It's so random that there's like a Capcom character. It's so random.
A little bit, but Mega Man does represent a part of gaming, but also, when's the last time that, if it's a new game we're talking about, we're kind of digging it down. The only reason people bought Mega Man 11 was because of the amiibo. That was like 10 years ago.
I know Mega Man is such an old styled game, but like it's just because Mega Man, like the original Nintendo Mega Man series and then the Mega Man X series, just have such high regard with people. But I don't know if that's enough to be in the game. For my personal preference, I say yes, keep it.
I'd say we can keep him for now, but I think he's on the early.
He's kind of like he's kind of a snake. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same kind of.
It's just kind of like an out there one, yeah. It's very.
But those ones are also cool to have in here. So.
It is cool. It's nice. It's nice that Smash Bros has become kind of like a wow. This is like a bunch of different Nintendo gaming. From all different generations and from outside of it as well. That's why Sonic is in here. That's why Mega Man's in here. And weirdly enough, Snake. I mean, actually, Snake is kind of funny to keep now because they just came out with the HD versions of the original ones on Switch.
I think he's fucking solid Snake.
Like I know, but he's just so random. Like he's like I would say cut Snake before Mega Man.
Definitely. Between those two, I would say cut Snake first. But I think keep both of them.
Yeah, we'll keep both of them for now. Wii Fit Trainer. Interesting one. You're going to say cut immediately because Sean hates exercise.
It's just so dumb. This and all 3 of the me fucking things.
I think that...
Anything that is goddamn selling Nintendo, shilling Nintendo's goddamn crap.
That's, Sean, that's every single character here.
No, fucking Wii Fit Trainer, fuck out of here.
So, I think I have something to say about the Miis, but I think Wii Fit Trainer can go. It's kind of a weird one just because it's like 1.5 games, essentially. It feels like we included
What are you saying about the fucking Miis? They gotta go.
Just make it one character with different movesets, because it's like the custom thing.
No,
right?
but I don't want a custom Mii fighter. This is like video game fighting. Get out of here with your stupid bullshit, Nintendo. Miis are the dumbest fucking shit in the first place. Get that out of my goddamn game.
Why are you so mad?
I'm passionate.
I know you're passionate, but negatively.
No.
Oh, phew, my main is still there? Okay, let me guess. It's Kirby. Let's fucking go. All right. Rosalina and Luma, I'm going to give the axe to. I love them. Rosalina is my favorite Mario character, but again, she's in one game. Like, I don't think she deserves to stay over other Mario characters.
Oh, I thought I was going to have to fight you on that.
No, I think that one's super fair. I think Rosalina...
We already have Peach. One woman per game. Come on. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Sean hates females. Oh, we did keep... Oh, your main's Mega Man and we're keeping Mega Man? All right, well, now we can definitely cut Mega Man.
Little Mac is tough.
I was just going to say, like, you have more Punch-Out experience, but for me, I hate that I want to cut Little Mac, but I think we should. It's more of a relevancy
in the
thing.
Game.
He's also
really
only had,
like
2 games. If we're cutting...
I really like what his character does within the game. Like, he's such a unique character.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those, like if we're going to keep Little Mac, then we'd have to keep Pit by our own rules and standards. He has an NES game and then a more modern game. literally around the same time.
I would say Little Mac's a little bit more Nintendo, but
I mean, that's really.
I'm kidding.
Disagree. Little Mac started on a game that wasn't Nintendo licensed, whereas Pit was Nintendo licensed, at least within studios. I wouldn't be abhorrent to keeping or getting rid of Little Mac. I just think that he's.
I'll give you that. Keep Little Mac and get rid of Pit's Circle. I'll give you that.
So keep Little Mac, and then we're keeping Pit then.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you know what? That's super fair.
I like how this is slowly turned into like a sports trading fucking.
Oh god, how do I fucking get rid of this shit in Paint? God, I hate Paint.
Little Mac is tough. I don't know how iconic Little Mac is, but.
Oh god. This is bad. I don't know how to get rid of shit.
Oh, I was wondering about that the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think you can if you just fucking drew it on, because those don't become like.
Oh god.
They might.
There's not different layers. Oh shit.
Yeah, this isn't fucking Photoshop.
Oh god, I hate fucking. Why don't I use GIMP for this? Sucks.
It's okay. Just red circle Little Mac then, and then we'll like when we go back through, we'll put like a green check through.
I was gonna say, let me just like circle it in green. Let me just circle it in green then.
No, because that's gonna look real messy if you do that over Pit.
Fair. Okay.
Don't you dare cut Little Mac.
We're not gonna cut Little Mac. We're keeping Little Mac.
No, but Pit gets to stay. If that's true, then it's got to widen up a little bit. Because those are both original games, earlier ones.
Okay.
But then it's also like, because there's Punch Out. There's like 3 Punch Out games.
Yeah, there's Punch Out for the Wii. There's Super Punch Out. Does that even have Little Mac in it?
He doesn't look anything like this Little Mac. I think you're still called Mac.
Oh.
You're kind of just like generic Fighter Boy in all the games, but
that's fair. We've already talked about Greninja. Greninja can stay, at least for now. I've saved this man's life. Pac-Man? Pac-Man's got to stay, man. Pac-Man is the easiest key.
Hey, hold on. So you red circled Little Mac, but you did it left for some reason than the other ones. I don't like that.
Okay.
Symmetry makes my brain hurt. That's okay. It's fine.
Okay. Sean's angry about arbitrary stuff. Ooh,
we've discussed that we were keeping Greninja.
There you go.
Pac-Man's tough because like Pac-Man's such just like an iconic video game thing that it's kind of just like cool to see him in there.
I think it's reasonable enough that Pac-Man stays because he's got other.
What are you goddamn doing now? God damn it! I just saw like the giant black
Sean,
smear that you did on Little Mac.
Sean, you do know I'm streaming the game to you, right?
Oh, are you?
The whole time. Yeah, I shared my screen.
That's so funny. I've just been, I wanted to watch the chat and then I just forgot to open it back up. I just probably didn't notice in the first place. That's funny.
This is awesome. Okay, hold on. Which fucking brush do I have? God damn it.
If we're going through the list in order, folks, we're going through from top left through the rows. That's why the bottom is unfilled out right now. It's not because we're keeping Min Min.
Sean really wants to keep Min Min, but I was against it. I'm gonna make it even worse. God damn it! I don't even know.
If you make me keep Min Min, I'm not being your friend anymore.
We were friends. Let's go.
Aha! Classic chirp. Very quick too. Almost quick enough that it hurts my feelings a little bit, like any good chirp should.
Little Mac. What? No, I was excited that we were. No, I wasn't. What? Sean, you took that way differently than I thought you would. All right, that's good enough.
How did you mean it?
What, like, I'm happy that we're friends. I was surprised that you thought we were friends. That was the joke.
Oh, no, I thought you were, like, saying it in disbelief. That's still not the same as the other ones, Dean.
Okay, well, I'll keep... All right, well, you tell me which one it was.
Dude, I don't know. I didn't fucking draw it.
Okay.
I also don't care. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
It's funny circle.
You got me 2 times with the same stupid bit.
I'm laughing. I can't even draw a fucking shitty ass circle.
That one's way too thick. And it also kind of like gets thicker the more you draw.
God damn it. Is it this?
When I watch on Twitch, when I was watching on Twitch, it's way better because I just no, it's not big.
Hold
What
on,
am I
this is
talking
an oval. Can I just do this? That's way better. Why didn't I do this? There we go.
That's what you should have done in the first place, where they're just objects.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not as good as you with these sort of things. Anyways, we're keeping Pac-Man. I don't think there's any reason to get rid of Pac-Man. I'll be real.
He could probably be one of the first ones to get cut, but yeah,
I don't know, man. Within his character, he represents other Bandai Namco originals, which were a mainstay on like a lot of the earlier Nintendo consoles. And it's also Pac-Man, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking Waka Waka.
Waka Waka.
What is Shulk even from?
Okay, this is going to be the hard one, guys. I'm going to try my best. Shulk is from Xenoblade Chronicles. He represents all of the Xeno series.
Might be a keep then.
Oh, really? I mean, we're obviously going to get rid of Pyramithra because they're from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Are they not even from Fire Emblem? That's funny.
No, they're not Fire Emblem. They're from Xenoblade.
No, they have to go. They have to leave.
Cool. I'm super.
Keep Shulk,
You're
though.
okay with keeping our boy? Let's go.
Shulk is also like I'm not good at playing Shulk, but Shulk is also a super duper unique character.
Shulk stays because British. He is a very Australian man in the dub. It's very funny. I'm very happy. This was the one I thought I was gonna have to fight over. I'm very happy we get to keep our boy.
Duck Hunt is probably a cut, kind of like iconic.
I think if we're gonna make an argument to keep Rob, then we gotta get rid of Duck Hunt for the same rules that he was in one game, Game & Watch, and Rob are more iconic than that. So I think we gotta cut Duck Hunt.
Yeah. Are you drawing the X's now that are removable?
Yeah, with the thing. It's gonna make you even more angry. I'm sorry, because I just forgot. All right, Ryu and Ken. Ryu's the main character. We're cutting Ken. I think that's just reasonable. Ken should have just almost been in like a skin. Ryu deserves to be in here because he represents like it's almost the same reason as Mega Man, but Ryu's way more iconic.
Cool, they rep Street Fighter, but you kind of already changed my mind earlier on Cloud. I was gonna say no to Cloud, but then I'm like, well, we got to get some Final Fantasy in here, so let's keep Cloud.
I think Cloud is just such an amazing inclusion to the game. It's like Hero, which we'll get to that point, but you're
open to Bayonetta.
You're cool with cutting Ken and keeping Ryu then?
Obviously.
Okay. Cloud, I think, is a good stay for now. Bayonetta, honestly, I hate to say it, but I think I'd rather just cut Bayonetta. I think she's really cool.
Like she's not that iconic. She's a very random pick, honestly.
I think it's the reason that Bayonetta's in is because she was very popular in the Smash ballot, and it was also a nice inclusion because Smash 4 came out around the same time as Nintendo's acquisition, and like they own Bayonetta now.
Do they also own Devil May Cry?
No, that's
Oh,
Cap.
fuck.
That's actually Capcom. Funny enough,
I would way rather see like Dante in here than Bayonetta.
Weirdly enough, I like Bayonetta more as a character and a game, but I agree with you. I think that Dante would have been a better inclusion. So honestly, let's just axe Bayonetta. We're keeping Inkling. I don't think that's any debate. It's literally one of Nintendo's flagship titles. It's a unique character, very customizable. There's three Splatoon games now, so it's not like it's a one-off.
Fighting game like this though. Like it's just so.
Splatoon is you're gonna hate this, Sean.
Game.
Some of your previous picks are way less popular than Inkling is.
I think you can pick Splatoon or Pikmin. One of the two. You're allowed one.
No, that's not how this debate works, Sean. You can't. You can pick one or the other. You can't. No, you can't do that.
I would say like I don't know. They're both like between which one of those is like the more iconic game.
They're played by the two different people.
Oh God, Sean's holding all of them hostage.
Sean just hates Pikmin. Sean, you should play a Pikmin game, man. It might chill you out a bit.
I thought we were gonna play golf. I don't know how to win at whatever the fuck we're doing right now.
Sean really needs that golf afterwards so he can feel like he's winning. Inkling is modern gaming. I think Inkling is too important to modern. Honestly, if you wanted to cut Pikmin, then we're keeping Pit and Wario. We'll do it that way. Like I don't know what this.
You want Inkling, Pit, and Wario?
Yeah, dude, this is like Monopoly. Like I want 2 of your red pieces for 1 of my like yellow pieces. This is how this is going.
Yeah, I haven't held on to any fucking characters. Well, except Puff. You could probably put a red circle around Puff too. Let's be honest.
Can do.
We need modern reps. Inkling is one of them.
I agree.
I think the game's that iconic, I guess. I don't fucking know. Why did you do Bayonetta in half red?
Oh my god, I didn't even do that on purpose. That's funny. Wow, this is all Mega Bork now. God damn it. Here, I can make. Hold on.
Wow, you go to all the trouble to do it as a line that you can actually edit, and then you don't edit it. You just paste over it. Dude, you are so good.
It worked though, and it's a different thickness too.
You're so good at graphic design, man.
No, this program sucks. Okay.
Can you move those now, or no? Does it matter that you drew it with the oval? Can you move it?
Can I? Not really.
No, I don't think you can, brother.
That's funny.
So I don't think there's like a there's not like a mouse tool in this. Everything
yeah,
just
it's really weird. I really should. I don't know why I opened it in Paint and not GIMP, or any other things that I have. I have other ones. I just did this one because it was like, oh, there it is.
To be completely honest with you, man, any other program would have been a better choice.
I mean, you're right. I just did this one because it was like, oh, I can open it in this right away and get it set up.
Let's keep going. I want to make food and we play golf at some point.
Understandable. Inkling, I think for now dude, we gotta keep Inkling over any of the other ones we red circled. Inkling is more important than any of the other red circles by far. Every time we keep going on this, Olimar was more important than Pit and Wario, and Inkling is way more important than Little Mac, Wario, Pit, Robin, Olimar by a long shot.
Like,
if you're gonna fight to keep Snake and you're axing one of Nintendo's like it's like the top 4 flagship titles of Nintendo right now.
And 2015. Okay, yeah, fine. Inkling can stay.
Okay. I thought I would have to fight harder for that, but that works. I mean, they just came out with the game a little bit ago as well, but
I kind of do feel like Metroid might deserve to have its villain in there. I don't like Ridley as a character at all, but like it's kind of cool that he's in there.
We cut Dark Samus. I think that Ridley stays just because I think we need more villain representation, honestly. But I think Ridley stays for the fact that Ridley's not just in one game. It also has a lot of it also has a lot of Smash culture behind it too.
Ridley's also in both like the traditional ones and in Prime. I think he's like is he the only villain or anything that switches over other than Samus?
Kind of. It's hard to say because Dark Samus is from Prime, but Ridley is from technically he's from the 2D, but the like Meta Ridley's in Prime, so
that's what I mean. Yeah, like there's actually like you see him in that, and there's there's what's the other thing? There's like the Chozos, right? Like the birds are in Prime.
Yeah, but they're like kind of bad, but also kind of it's hard to explain.
It's kind of just like asshole bird gods, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they raised Samus.
Yeah, they're not always assholes, but they kind of are.
The older Chozo were assholes, yeah.
Yeah, but then like they're also like super powerful and shit.
Okay. I say we keep Ridley. I don't think there's a reason why we should cut him. I think he's as far as a villain goes, I think she should be up there over some of the other ones. Ganondorf's only been in a couple, like, Zelda games comparatively, and so is Ridley in Metroid games. But we're going to keep them because they're the villains and they're, like, specific. You know?
Okay, keep Ridley. I say keep Simon, cut Richter.
It's hard because first of all, I agree with at least Richter, but I would almost make a case that, like, you could cut both of them and put in, like, Alucard or something. Like, put in
Castlevania is a pretty iconic series. It doesn't need 2, but it gets 1.
It's hard because, like, I don't know, man. Like, Castlevania's not that relevant anymore. I love it, but...
Sure it is, man. They literally have entire genres called, like, Blankvania. The amount it's inspired gaming in general means that, like, you gotta have some rep to the original. Plus Bloody Tears.
You know what? I actually haven't heard that argument part of it yet. I think that's reasonable enough to keep Simon. Yeah, I think that's fair. Just because of the inspiration that it keeps. I'd be down for it being like Trevor. They could switch out Simon for Trevor Belmont. Castlevania's also got 1 or 2 Netflix series. Oh, dude, it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
It's the thing that came with the.
Dude, Bloody Tears always slaps. So does King K. Rool. We already talked about him. He's getting the keep. We gotta keep K. Rool.
I'm just gonna boot up some Bloody Tears really quick. So I can.
Sorry, I've been listening to like happy and upbeat Nintendo music this whole time while we've been bitching about why we're not gonna be keeping Jigglypuff. We might end up going through this list and we might end up only having to cut like one or two, or maybe we need to bring some back. Who knows? Can we add Chris from Resident Evil? Chris Redfield? Oh, good, another Capcom character. Really getting that representation in. If you want to play Chris in a fighting game, just play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You know, one of the greatest fighting games of all time. You can play Phoenix Wright in that game. You can play Dante from Devil May Cry.
All right, so Piranha Plant cut.
Absolute Axe. The worst character in this game by a long shot.
Joker's like Persona, right?
Joker's Persona, but before you even think I'm going to make an argument about it, I'm going to say cut him.
I was going to say keep him. It's fucking Persona.
Really?
I don't know how iconic it is.
I mean, Joker is, like, as a whole representative of the Shin Megami Tensei series, which is a very, very popular, like, overall series.
But I mean, keep him. He's kind of like a snake.
I think for now. I think that's fine for now. But for that same reason, we have to keep Hero.
What's Hero from?
Dragon Quest. He represents, like, all of Dragon Quest.
He's just such a shitty fucking character. That would be my only reason to fucking cut him. Not because he doesn't represent a good fucking game, because he's just garbage. Dude, it's the shittiest Smash Bros. Character that they've ever made ever.
Reminds me of people's complaints about
auto
Robins.
Disconnect from Hero matches online because it's so tilting. They just spam he has a random attack that can auto kill you. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep him if you really want to, but I want to.
I think if we're keeping Joker, we have to keep a Hero. Like, I don't think that there's a thing around that.
I think keep Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, Banjo is one of those characters that I feel like should have been in earlier. I think if we're keeping other fighting game characters, we have to like draw the line somewhere. I think that Terry gets the cut.
Like, I would say Banjo definitely deserves to be in there, like, over like Rob.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. If you
Banjo deserves to be in there, like, more than Kid Icarus. Like, more people remember Banjo and Kazooie than Kid Icarus.
Keep Banjo over Hero? I mean, we're gonna keep both of them.
I would also say keep Banjo over Hero.
Hero's so bland. I know he reps a huge property, but goddamn, you show anyone a Hero and he's not gonna guess where the fuck he's from. I guess so, but like there's different skins of heroes from different games.
You also say if you're keeping Banjo Kazooie, you might want to keep Pikmin. It's just like I'd say those are like similar in my mind.
I mean, I want to keep Banjo, but
we're keeping Banjo. I think.
I think we're keeping Banjo. We're at least in agreement. I don't think we have to red circle that, at least for now.
I kind of want to. At this point, I kind of want to power through this last row here, get to the end, and see how many we got to start cutting here.
I think that's
kind of massively because we're cutting this down to 40. Everybody.
Yes.
I don't know if that's in the title.
No. I just said cut in half, just as a more blanketed title.
We're doing 40 though, not 42. 40.
Yes, we're doing 40. Terry, I think we're cutting Terry. We have
no, but doesn't he also represent like Fatal Fury?
Yeah, but it's at a certain point, like it's representative of like fighting games.
You already have Ryu.
But I was gonna say we have Ryu, we have Terry, and I say I want to keep Kazuya over Terry.
Is Kazuya like another Street Fighter character?
No, Kazuya's from Tekken. He represents all of Tekken, which is way more iconic than Fatal Fury, in my opinion.
That's fair. I always just thought Terry like is kind of a cool looking character.
Honestly, I wish instead of Kazuya it was Heihachi, but it is what it is.
Okay, get rid of Terry.
Okay, fuck you, Terry.
Byleth,
we already talked about it. He's the representative of the new Fire Emblem character or whatever. Min Min. Sorry. I love ARMS. I love ARMS. I'm sorry.
Biggest bait and switch of the whole series.
I love ARMS.
Don't hate me, but we gotta fucking keep Steve.
No, I absolutely agree. I think Steve deserves to be in the game. As overpowered as his character is, I really think that Steve deserves to be in Smash Brothers. It's crazy.
Nobody who likes games should ever hate Minecraft because Minecraft brought so much good attention to video games
and so much joy to everyone. You know how many hours I've put in Minecraft? Thousands hours in Minecraft.
How many people have become gamers forever because they played Minecraft?
Absolutely. I think John Terraria deserves it more than Steve. I thought his name was Jason Terraria.
Oh, absolutely. If there could be Terraria representation.
I wish Emperor. This is Sean's kind of impression of me. I wish Emperors of Light was in this game.
There was nobody. I see. You stayed so professional. Like you didn't fucking waifu out for fucking Rosalina or anything.
I mean, yeah, dude, this is serious. Listen,
probably
there's still women to fuck here, bud.
Probably keep old Sephiroth. Hey, I kind of like having a Final Fantasy villain.
I think
I
he
hate
might
that they're
be
both
on the...
from the same game.
Yeah, I wish it was like
should be Titus and Sephiroth.
Titus and Sephiroth. Oh, we can't put Seymour in the game. I'd want to beat the shit out of him too much. But honestly, yeah, it stinks that it's Cloud
Kefka?
and Sephiroth. But
Cloud and Kefka.
Oh, dude, Kefka would be so good. We can keep Sephiroth just for the fact that we could interchange him with another Final Fantasy villain.
But I think we need the Final Fantasy villain. That's good representation.
Yeah. Sephiroth. It stinks that they're both from the same game, but at least for now, I think Sephiroth would be one of the ones we'd cut if we need to. But yeah. And then
I think
keep Kazuya, cut the rest.
I say keep Sora too.
Really? Really?
Kingdom, dude. So of all the red circle ones, Kingdom Hearts is more iconic than all of the red circled ones.
I mean, I agree with you, but that's not something I thought you would say. I didn't think that I would be fighting against Sora here.
Do you have to sound so happy?
No, I'm just so surprised, genuinely.
Oh, gross.
That's crazy.
I want to take it back.
I can't believe that. I mean, okay, here's my one argument for Sora, right? Cloud, Sephiroth, Hero, and Sora are all Square Enix characters. I'd say if we're keeping Sora, we cut Hero.
Oh, definitely Sora over Hero.
Okay, I think that's super reasonable then if we're doing that.
Do we have to? Why do we have to keep Kazuya?
Because I mean, I guess we don't Kazuya, Banjo and Kazuya. Oh, that's great.
You need another fighting game character.
Yeah, he's from Tekken.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Again, I wish it was Heihachi, so it'd be easier.
And then get the Miis the fuck out of here.
I think that's fair. I'm not gonna argue with that one. You've already made your piece on it. So, what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. This is too much for me to count. Sean, count it for me.
Hey, let me do it. 1, 2,
Numbers
3,
are bad.
4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. We're 2 over.
2 over. We literally made it half unintentionally. Were you counting the red?
Yeah, 2 over with reds counted. Let me count again. Let me count one more time.
I'll also count as well.
1, 2.
I also counted 42.
That time I counted 44.
I mean, I
Both
counted
count
42.
again. We should both count one more time.
Well, I counted 44 this time. I think I might have missed these ones over here.
That time I counted 43. God damn it.
It's a chat, help!
You literally don't have one where we've both got the same count. I've also got 3 different fucking numbers. God damn it. It's just enough. And the circles all look just
8,
enough the
9,
same.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 44, definitively.
That's counted 45. 4 counted 44. That's not we've got not often. Okay, we literally did it perfectly without meaning to. Dude, we're good at this shit. Done.
Wow.
All the red picks get to stay. Done. Easy life.
What? No, we're keeping 40.
Oh, so we need to cut 4.
Yeah, we need to cut 4.
I had that backwards. My bad.
So out of these red circles, we have to choose 1 to keep out of all of them. I'm going to go ahead and say...
No, we've got 6. We got 6 red circles in total.
Where's the 6th one? I thought 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. Okay, so we get to keep 2 of the red circles.
Fucking screen? God.
I'm kind of a little bit tarded. I'm sorry. All right, so...
I think we each pick 1.
I was gonna say that's kind of reasonable to say. But you know which one I'm gonna keep though if we're gonna do that. I don't think that's a good way to do it. I think first of all we gotta cut Rob. I think he's the first one that we gotta cut. Rob and Little Mac probably of the 2.
We're keeping Puff. You can pick the other one. So.
I mean, why? Make your argument.
I did already. Iconic to Smash Bros. And the Smash 64 thing pumps it up over anything else.
But more Pokemon.
Puff over Olimar for sure. Puff Pit is close. I'll give you that one. I would pick Pit if I was you.
I mean, if we're going off of which one deserves to be in the game more, it would be out of any of these, a Wario. My pick would be Wario Pit. Out of all these.
Lose the Puff?
Yes. There's already Gen 1 representation for Pokemon. Listen, I'm the Pokemon guy cutting the Pokemon here. So. Mine would be Puff Olimar. So Natsu, okay. Chat, I'm leaving up to you. Cut Puff or keep Puff. I will do whatever chat wants.
No, you don't get to be supreme. No.
Natsu already said he was gonna keep Puff, so it's in your favor, Sean.
I don't care. I don't agree to that.
Okay. I don't think
hit Wario. Like I agree with Little Mac Rob cut.
Okay.
So you can X those out. And Olimar. Like we're kind of making the decision.
Yeah, because over those two, what was your second one? If you were to pick a second one of Pit, Wario, or Olimar?
My second one overall would just be Little Mac. But I mean, I think I would say Little Mac's probably a little bit more iconic than Olimar, but I think you could make the argument. Same with Pit.
I'd be willing to get rid of Olimar.
It has one game on the main consoles and one 3DS game that like fucking 75 people bought.
Yeah, but we already got rid of 2 of the characters from the series. This game had 3 characters from it representative before.
Doesn't mean anything.
It means they got the license and were like, well, we might as well make 3 instead of 1. Doesn't mean that it was more valid.
You got rid of all of the Wii representation. No Wii Fit Trainer, no Mii Gunner, Sword Fighter Brawler. We got rid of fucking Bayonetta.
That's fine. I don't need literal. I'm really gonna let Byleth stay in here and let you cut Puff. I'd rather cut Captain Falcon than Puff. You already cut Yoshi, right?
Okay. No, I think I would. I was gonna say I would be good with that. If you wanted to keep Puff and get rid of Falcon, I'd be okay with that.
Captain Wario deserves to be there more than Captain Falcon. Pit deserves to be there more than Captain Falcon. I don't know who deserves to be there more between Puff and Captain Falcon.
Are we
Falcon literally only
cutting
has
Olimar and Captain Falcon? I think I'd be okay. I would be okay with that. I think.
Done.
I think I would literally be okay with that. Wow, crazy. There it is. That's the definitive 40. Wow, weird. This is acceptable. I think that's reasonable. For the same reason that we were almost gonna cut Fox, it'd be the same reason where we'd almost cut Jigglypuff. It's iconic to Smash enough where That's the reason why we'd keep Ness, but I don't know. Captain Falcon, Ness has more staying power even though he only has one game. He's kind of like the, what's the snake rule. Ness has the snake rule. Jigglypuff is almost a Smash character. Captain was way more iconic than Puff. Hard to say, honestly. I would say that Ganondorf is close enough to a moveset of Captain Falcon that Ganondorf, because of his own iconicness in his series, could take over Captain Falcon. They can take his spot. Or I would almost be willing to get rid of Ganondorf for Captain Falcon as well. Like, I think that would be interchangeable either way. I think this is a pretty good list, though. I'm surprised at some of them that we had so much of. I'm surprised by the Wario one. That's the one I'm most surprised by. You gotta get you to play more Wario games.
And I'm surprised at all the ones you argued. Rob probably didn't need to be a red circle. Little Mac also didn't really need to be a red circle. I mean, I just love Little Mac, but he didn't really need to be there.
I feel like I maybe went a bit too hard on maybe the Pikmin thing, but it is a very, very iconic series. I wouldn't be surprised if there was more Pikmin representation soon. You would have rather had Falco over Fox. Well, yeah, but Fox is the main character, essentially. It would be weird to have... I think Min Min is the only time in the entire game when one of the main characters is not in it, but a side character is. Pyramithra is technically a main character. I think Kazuya is technically the main character of some of the Tekkens. Like, for the most part. I'm surprised that you were okay with just keeping Joker. That's kind of surprising to me, actually.
It's a big series, though.
It is. It's
I feel
very,
like they
it's
made
very
really
popular.
good DLC picks for a lot of like the earlier ones. They were really solid.
I'd say that all of the DLC picks were good picks, except for Piranha Plant. I think you can make an argument for all of them being
Piranha
good.
Plant, though, was also like you just got Piranha Plant for free
Yeah.
if you bought the game before a certain date. So I kind of didn't hate it for that. Plus, Piranha Plant is like a stupid idea, but it's also like a really well-developed character with a really unique gimmick with like the floating spike ball. If you use that thing right, it's like this weird blocker shield thing. It's really good.
I even think, like, as goofy as Min Min is, I think that because Min Min won the popularity contest of all the ARMS characters, that was the character that they wanted to put in there. I think that's super fair. If they ever come out with another ARMS game, I would say that maybe ARMS deserves to be in Smash more. But for right now,
no.
Sean, not even finishing what I'm saying.
No, this is the dumbest Smash character ad. ARMS.
Sean, I'm agreeing with you. Just shut up and listen to me. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying she doesn't deserve to be in right now.
Dude, never. It's so stupid. It's a side. What is this? It's one game. Doesn't even have a sequel.
I know that. I'm agreeing with you, Sean. I'm agreeing with you, you silly Billy. I'm saying that if ARMS gets more games in the future and happens to earn their place a bit better, I think that it would be worth it to have an ARMS character in. But right now, probably not. I think she's a cool character. I think she's designed
also completely
amazing.
Change what the game is about and what you do in it, then yes, maybe. And change the name, then yes, maybe. And change the characters, then yes, maybe they could eventually. And fire everybody that currently works there and hire new people, then yes, maybe eventually they could get there.
Sean's mad because he didn't play the game. He can't even lust over the hot lady with the pigtails in that game.
You literally just want Min Min in there because it's fucking. There you go.
Sean,
there you go.
no, I didn't. I literally am.
You were able to turn it off.
Sean, I literally have been agreeing with you the entire time about how she should not be in the game. Hello? Did you hear that? I said it 5 different times in the past 10 minutes. Did you hear it?
This thing?
Yeah, is this thing on? Chat, can you still hear me?
How are those fucking springy ass arms gonna give you a cheeky handy? There's no way.
They're literally noodles. Don't tell anyone.
Fucking punch in your head.
She's got, dude, you gotta admit she's got amazing nudes. Also, yeah, I know that Min Min probably shouldn't have been a DLC pick over some other characters, but I also think she deserves to be in there more than Piranha Plant.
No, Piranha Plant's just like a cheeky little Nintendo-like fucking free character.
I mean, it's not free now. Paid $7.99 for that shit.
Well, then you're fucking stupid.
Yeah. Hot take, I want Pichu over Ninja. No.
I agree. I'm fine with it. I'm good with it.
No.
Fuck Greninja.
Why?
It doesn't matter though. This list is bolted down because Dean did this in fucking Sharpie. So.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, it's being saved as. There we go. Cool. That's the definitive Smash list. No one can say anything other unless they hate Sharpie on the whiteboard. Oh yeah. Oh, can I not fill in line? Oh, there we go. It's kind of working. Why is it not working? That's weird. Fine, I'll just... Let's get Sean to win golf. Oh, don't worry. I'll let him win this time.